This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Kevin Taylor di Asante biatem. Where the mama kwaba. Na yese Asante youth bia control letter. Bisa mahama questions. Efa expressway no so beye efia krako kumase no. Na dia we di o matem ho no. O se bi no magimi. Ekufo ado ne na aban bedada otumfo ande mahu anka. Mahama so ye expressway beba kumase mu gimi. Munya gimi. Now, I say free senior high school. I could father the bat and tan bay to turn your masses and basano. And now my name results are bad. I do for a bon Mario Poto. I said last year and last 2 years and last 3 years and so. Now results in the bad saying and a this year. Assasa. That means a BBSC. Yes. Hey, was the OSP office allegation you cause who? Yes, it's sexual assault be. OSP office wabo papandi akuru osa akuru gubi ama OSP ni mwasem OSP ni Jean Mensah ene ni 2 deputies na yebebe pamo mo yinso and so Kevin Aboyrem.
As we speak, there is a sexual harassment complaint against Albert Akurugu. Oyejuma OSP office wo Kisejabi knows about it, but he has refused to act on it. That is the allegation. Now, Mr. Akurugu is saying that there's a big man in government who is behind him. And that big man, because of that big man, he is not going to leave the OSP office and nobody can touch him, Mr. Akurugu. There is a sexual harassment complaint against Albert Akurugu. But Kisejaben has refused to act. Akurugu is going around telling people that, oh, he has a big man in this government who is behind him. And that sexual harassment matter will not go anywhere. That is why his boss, Kisejaben, does not want to even act on it. Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. And who is this big man? Let me ask. Tell me the name of the big man so that I can tell Ghanaians who this big man is. Now you be quite say Alpha Asante memu dia ko sirima obusa president say ukonye scan way. Now when they consultant. This is what we call aban papaba. Ntimi betina ha. Na makacha say kwoto abama MPP. This is less than 1 year. Na ma betina no say to abama Baumia, to abama Kennedy. Na me otwen ba. Me Jimmy. The catcher Ghana for say if we keep the NDC in power and we keep them in check, they're going to make mistakes. It's normal. There's a government. There are thousands of people in the government. But if we have become consistent and we put the checks on them and monitor them, the NDC is the only government, only party that can help us. And if we go the pace we are going, if John Mahama keeps the way he's going, that's the NDC to us the way it's going, in the next 40 years, Ghana will be like Malaysia. Mamon Guinness and Krantie we MPP, Omo and Krantio, they are Bangladesh. Omo pa de pa. At least Omo call for the biachre say, a year kwa impakro Omo pe. So let us build Ghana without some of these people. The NPP followers, not to say Krantie. They are like grass cutters. Udia actually no more reasia no. MPP, Omo to say Krantie. Uye furu no mo namasia no more re. Eye den na minister, eye former minister to be let my president, men ye kwan we bi maye. Eye den na imbebu no mo kuro ba akum to be say, Mr. President, na kwan na obeye no, sikare ko fa no we. Ukoye so amekura no mo no wo kontokwa me say MPP followers, ene asantefo ni bi mebunu ni bi no mai senkrante. Uye banchifo no mo na mase no mo wi te sa senso bo achi. Uye eye den ahwediefo no mo na mase no mo wi. These are grass cutters who represent Bangladesh ideas. The NPP are a bunch of Bangladesh. We should not give them any chance. Let us be focused as a people. And credit to Jean Mensah Alavanyo, one of the best young men in Ghana, letting us know the truth. And I really appreciate his job. And whatever he's doing, say Enkoya, let us know. Ekoya, let us know. Udru baby na kwane delay, let us know. Udru baby na kwane, let us know. That is what we want. It is not because and this your power. So Drew wanna say Ekwanya omuka want some my omunya. Film it and show us. And this so my omunya. Let us know. We play it. We want to help build this nation. And we need people who are honest, intelligent enough like ourselves to be able to help the people know information. Ekwanya we nyina ebo Ghana for buying. Expressway no befa nkraya befa Asante memu akosrem enso yedura Asante memu de emu mbebunu bi se ye ntia se MPP any sɛbi asantefoɔ mmɛburu ni bi yɛ nkranteɛ, and we are not going to so ɔmo so mpɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ bankye a yɛbɛfɔ so ɔmo di salad. MPP foɔ wei ɔmo so ɔmo yɛ nkranteɛ, they have become Bangladesh, they have become an albatross on our necks. Yɛntumi nyɛ hwee no, we will force them to eat ɛtɔ mɛmo ɔmo adi ɛtɔ. Me say saa bankye haban na mo yɛyɛ no ɛne ahwedeɛ na mo yɛ no, we will force you people to eat balanced diet. Mumpeo, we will bring the development. We will bring development and we will make sure every part of the nation gets that development. And it is a fact. John Dramani Mahama, me echo. The last conversation I will indulge myself in is John Mahama Beko third term, second term, a foolish conversation. I need somebody who is willing to help Ghana. And as far as the person is proven and has shown, so obetime lead Ghana, onim nyansa no, I don't care. Whoever it is, that person is to lead Ghana. So that stupid conversation of John Mahama third term, second term, I don't fucking care about that. What I care about is I need a Ghanaian who is intelligent, hardworking, who is ready to serve the people the way they want. The people will decide who will lead them in their next elections. My name is EC Boss, the OSP. They say 10 petitions seeking the removal of EC Chair Jean Mensah, her 2 deputies, and Special Prosecutor Kisie Jabin have been forwarded to the Chief Justice for determination of prima facie against them. Prima facie. Yes, see, and then okay say nipa petitions nko edu. Hey, na edu de oso of 5 okra beka 5, oso of 3 beka 2. Edu petitions nko edu na ekoka president nsa Ghana for and almost said dabi. Jean Mensah and the deputies boss ma money o mama kano. Any Kisie Jabin president engineer constitution so na ondi mra so na Ghana for bi ehu omo say omo dwuma omo di no sebio nyoma bi omo ye na entwa kwan mu ntia wo say ye pam omo. Remember omo de petition come presidency no omo ye Ghana for na John Dramani Mahama oni to me also ode pam EC boss tie member kwasie bi nkotena Angela FM ochina no pam keka nkwase asem nkyira santeman mema odwan mi nkotena Kesmin FM keka nkwase asem nkyira santeman mema ofui bi metena movement TV kwase aforo mo ho fi no e medada asanteman ma yanka no kora ndwedwam wa ha asem no nyina ne say nipa bi di petition akoma President Mahama a mo ye Ghana for omo say dwumadi a Jean Mensah ene the deputies miensa edi no enso eni keta so hye proye akankan de ene nyoma bi omo ye ebu mra so nti President Mahama engineer Ghana constitution no ontu wanamon ye wo anamontuo a constitution ahye say yentu petition so ebo obi te say Kisie Jabin a oya special prosecutor so din say ono so no so ye de no ho asama ba ye say John Mahama ontu wanamon. Now John Mahama as the president of Ghana only to me say obede obegina president obegina Jubilee House aka say me yi nkofo we di ana ensem na de ama me no ma hwehwem me hu ni so mudi for President Mahama oni sa to me no the President Mahama emra no ana constitution ehye ne say onye no ene say senensaka sankrata na John Mahama onye lawyer, John Mahama sebio onye judge. Your constitution kire say eba sansensem na because of emra ewom ene nhwehwemu a ewom nti constitution hye John Mahama say sakrata na beka nsa onwo netiko enkoma eye de chief justice na chief justice so enhwe say ensem a ya bɔ no bɔtɔ edu a egu sankrata no so no sebio ordinary hwem a onim emra onim de no ohun se bibi ampa ewom se omo ndi mra so a ewo se sebio emra no edi hu dwuma na chief justice so ama ho kwan say constitution no de ahye say enye no e wo say ye nti mema kwasie bi nkotena radio so anopa mema otwe ba bi nkotena nka say yes Jean Mensah be pam EC boss or be pam kisie jaben Jean Mensah oni tumi a de pam kisie jaben Jean Mensah oni tumi a de pam EC boss ni deputies because constitution no e ma no ho kwan na constitution no de e ma ho kwan ne say Ghana de bi hu say Jean Mensah dwumadi a odi no emfa kwan mu kisie ejabe adwuma odi no emfa kwan mu a otumi tron krata koma president say president hwe constitution nim de kire say ye no na wo ye the constitution kire Jean Mensah say onye no wa ye no and Jean Mensah e de petition no akoma chief justice because constitution is hye no say wo Jean Mensah wo ye president na mom uni tumi say obepam nkofo we anasa obekipi omo was say with the constitution emra kese a emra pon a ebo Ghana ho bra no enti Jean Mensah edi mra no so and ono so awo constitution ti ko e de akoma chief justice say wona sebio eba emra mu nsam nhwehwemu ne adeade a hu say we de we atochema we ntochema wona woni munyansa enti Jean Mensah edi constitution so awo petition ti ko edu ne nyina akoma chief justice say ono enhwem na ondi hu dwuma say sebio ensam na eye petitioners ne kyro no enkofo ne di for anase omudi bem. So at this point the constitution is being followed the same way time Ekufuado ba power obi di petition come Ekufuado nkofo bi come Ekufuado na na dan Ekufuado edema chief justice no the same thing obi ambu mra so obi antia constitution Ghana mra no ye nyina o se edi so in time Ekufuado be di president and nipa bi extra petition say na Ekufuado petition no e wo so ohwemu no ono so de ma chief justice so fa Ekufu sata na so fa Ekufu na chief justice e no dan man no say madam constitution is hye me say ye mfa ma wo e na so fa Ekufu so hwemu e na oye the constitution kire no inti enda no ye the petition come president no the ma chief justice a the constitution kire no e na waye inti at the end of the day mema odwan ba bia nkotena TV so nkaka se Jean Mensah pam obi ana Jean Mensah ne NDC fo bi ahyehyɛ ho Jean Mensah oni tumi a de pam EC boss oni tumi a de pam kisie jaben the constitution that has that power to do that and Jean Mensah oshe constitution that say and inti na odi emra so inti sesia no saa asɛm we Jean Mensah ni tumi obetuma pam o munti anase ensɛm a wɔkra time no ontumi enka sɛ menkwa na madwene ho nti constitution say Jean Mensah on saka former chief justice inti ande Jean Mensah awo eye petition ti kɔ e de akoma chief justice inti ye twɛn the chief justice so ebeka na chief justice ne kasa na afi ya den ya toa so efiri hɔ sɛ woyɛ Ghana ni na de meka na ebia ema wadwene mu ayo yiram kakra me team ne sɛ me read the constitution ne ka no sɛ ne be ya kwasia bi enkotena eye movement TV ne ho fi a ondware ya no patututu an ho ka enkodaada wo sɛ oh NDC for Jean Mensah ebe pam EC boss and ntina menya abotira me yes ade me team ne say menkan constitution ne kakra nkyere mu adekudie nti a ende petition ne kodu Jean Mensah ho e Jubilee House a wa woso e de ama chief justice yensua de se na be ya ofuima ana infuima bi omonum kankan bi ntumi kotena movement TV Angel FM Kesman FM and some other station be to say Inshira FM and sa radio saka e to say Adum FM no enkotena ho enkojimi omho ni nyina entine ka ho a ema ye di dwumadie we a na sebio ye de constitution so akyerew na wo ye Ghana ni a wate de sene ye kyekere oman no enti team ni say me read constitution kakra na menjudwam team okay I have it now me read kakra na menjudwam na Ghana fo nyina enhu de ekọ now constitution say na ka team it's in all right I can use it now thank you the team ni say benkan we nyina enkyere mo team I got only okay I got the 3 thank you Mr. P thank you sirs all right oh team okay I have it thank you it's the constitution say na ka nchechema mchechemu nyina no say na constitution ka now so we read a petition to the president the Ghana constitution e kan ye ma me biem sana be akwase bi nkasa me daada Ghana for omoba omuntumi biem say ema hunhu. Now petition to the president. A citizen or group submit a formal petition to the president alleging misconduct, incompetence or inability to perform due to infirmity of body or mind. In 2025, 10 such petitions were submitted against the EC chair Jean Mensah, her deputies, and the special prosecutor Kisi Jaben. 2. President forwards petition to the Chief Justice. It make sure senior edidi so. Now, I'm just say a year a few way Sebio a year 2025 way and a nipa bi sending petition. A year petitions nkwa edu. Edekoma a year president to say a year CJ a year EC boss or the deputies any OSP no. I was a president efambra kwanso na sebio enya homon se bi o ma ya eni omodwuma no ebo bra no ye ma omode ye ntwe omaso anase ye yi omoto akonwa. Now the next step in say president forwards petition to the Chief Justice. Now the president does not investigate the matter. President on hwehwansem petitioner in Sakano, president is not an investigator. He does not represent the court. He does not represent the judiciary. And yet Nejuma say obechechemram. So the president does not do investigations, or the president does not investigate the matter. His role is to transmit the petition to the Chief Justice for preliminary assessment. Inti a church said a become president in Sa, I was say or what the Edicoma Chief Justice, not Chief Justice mum eshum. Preliminary assessment or say Chief Justice also a bomb pensem na ohun de e koso e petition in the 10 petitions ni nyina no I will say Mr. Bafuboni a pensem and the friend preliminary assessment. Now uko enima, this is what it says. That's one, right? Now uko enima say neka. Now preliminary assessment by the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice determines whether the petition has a prima facie case, that is, whether the allegations are serious and credible enough to warrant further investigation. In the petition, the Chief Justice in Sa, on in a bishop who say, okay, making can character way, who say, ampa. In some of petition, which I say, Jean Mensah, OSP, any Jean Mensah deputies, no, Oma and Yomebi are for Kwemu. Nemum engineer so woman I was say yeah in the Chief Justice no, is weighing the petitions because of his knowledge in law. No, he's weighing the petition to say bibi woma a jina a chere a one jina so a chere say I was say sakra tawi I was say a hwehwem a chere say EC boss no any aye OSP any EC boss no deputies no omo aye enuamo ho nsem ana omo enim bra bi so ejuma yede ma omo no nti o se yi omo to akonwa na nti de o se EC de Chief Justice yeni e o se ohwehwem ohun se engineer so wom ohun se sebio eye evidence no ano eden a sebio e kire se omo di bone na mpa na afei wa yeden Chief Justice no ayeden what the ama a committee. If a prima facie case is established, the Chief Justice sets up a 5-member tribunal. Inti se Chief Justice ni pensen krata nim no hu say ampa sa krata we petitions we there. In fact yasi Jean Mensah okoye procurement bi we bu mra so oyhwehwe mu no say ampa OSP the juma dey we do akwaje bribe ampa nyoma bi omo ye entwa ye boss na sara akwaje bribe into hu se nyina agina na so ampa enyina so wo ho a e wo se sebio ye toto o ma no a na wate committee nipa num say mo nipa num we mo na mo metena asem we so enhwehwe mu. After that, this tribunal includes at least 3 justices of the Superior Court. Sa nipa num no, I was say emu miensa eye judge for miensa. Sesi emi no kase omu ye dwuma Supreme Court. And 2 other members appointed by the Chief Justice in the consultation with the Council of State. Inti nipa mienu na kana or say Chief Justice any Council of State etnase. Na ono mu di nsawoso ka se I was see a nipa mienu ka ho. Inti eno de a Council of State any Chief Justice na badwene ho ehu nipa a omo hu se we mu de se bi omo adwene ekọ echire omo ni mu mra I was see de omo mienu eka judge for miensa no ho. Saa adwuma die no na was Chief Justice edi. Now, uko wani ma the petition no me dwudwom sana ba kwase bi nkotena movement TV e me kan kire wo se Jean Mahama apam obi Jean Mahama na ye we omo agimi omo nkenkan ti anything you juma dewe. Tribunal investigations. In the tribunal no yatia ana nipa num ne tenasia juma be no mu bedi. Juma mu die ni the tribunal conduct a formal inquiry during which the accused has the right to be heard and defend themselves. Inti nipa enum no say Chief Justice judges miensa omo Supreme Court na so okohia Council of State no munya nipa mienu ka ho a saa nipa num ne tenasia saa nkɔfo a ɔmo ho aba asɛm a yɛatwa petition eti ɔmo no ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo ba na ɔmo bɛ defend ɔmo ho OSP yate wode ɔwi nkranteɛ ɛne apan na apan na ɔwi no yɛ sister wota awia na ɛnya apan a wode wo pay tɔ nkranteɛ bi wɔ ha ɛkyerɛ sɛ ayampa apan no wamfa wo pay ne tɔɔyɛ na wokɔ wia na obi afuom pictures nie woka ho asɛm sɛn na OSP abɛyi ne ho ano na wabɛka sɛ oh dabi me deɛ apan na mewe no sɛbio ankonam mekɔtɔ apan na mede kɔma me wɔ faase bi ma ne de hyɛ fridge mu nti bosom mmienu bia na makɔgye apan no na maba bɛyɛ nkwan nti na amanfo adwene yɛ ɔmo sɛ sɛbio apan no mekɔwia nanso menwia mewɔ faase bi na de hyɛ fridge mu ma me na OSP akɔyi ne ho ano obi de sɛ Jean Mensah ne afrɛ no Jane yate sɛ wo sra wo nanim nyinaa etum wo to nwa etum w'ani ase nyinaa tuntum wo nsekye black yɛsɛ wo sra Abidjan pokra na sɛ wo sra ɛyɛ Ukraine for deɛ ɔseda bi deɛ mesra deɛ sɛbi nkɔfo hu ne yie ɛyɛ alata semina ɛne sunlight ɛna ɛyɛ deɛ rexona na mede sra nti nkɔfo ka sɛ ɛyɛ pokra efiri Abidjan anaasɛ Ukraine no ɔmo boa nti me deɛ nko a mede sra no sɛbi ɛyɛ alata semina ɛyɛ lax ɛna ɛyɛ deɛ imperial leather na mede mixe na afei committee no so etie ɔmo ano asɛm. Now the process is quasi judicial and follows due process. Inti yasi sa eye from a process we no e di emras eye mra no mu di so di ye. Inti anya so obegina obetumi de lawyer ba obetumi e di mra no so kyese omo di mra no so fenchem krojin omo make sure say omo ntia ofa ahodie so na wo so se bi wontwa ntro entete ho inti eye mra no na omo nyina di so omo ntata wo so ntata omo obia de na kumam adwefin akoma pa ɛne akoma fitaa edidi no korɛ sɛbio ɛhɔ no krampo no osua ɛkyerɛ onyankopɔn ana bosom a wosom ɛkyerɛ sɛ asɛm bɛka no hɔ bia no sɛbio ɛyɛ asɛm a wodi fɔ no yɛ sɔw pa ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtwema so nti ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a ɔmo di mmara so pɛpɛpɛ ɛma ne kɔsi bibia wo sɛ esi na woba recommendation to the president nti sɛ ɔmo toto nkɔfoɔ ano nyinaa awie na ɔmo nyinaa bɛbɔ ɔmo nkuro na sɛ ɔmo hwehwɛm na ɔmo gyegye ɔma no na ɔmo de adanseɛ no nyinaa sisi ani na ɔmo wie a yɛfrɛ biribi ɛyɛ recommendations nipa 5 no ɔmbɛkyerɛ recommendation ama president sɛ yɛtoto ɔma no Jean Mensah ka sɛ ɔne deɛ semina odi dware no sɛbio ɛnyɛ pokra efiri Abidjan anaasɛ Ukraine na mbiem deɛ odi dware ne alata semina a ɔde lax ɛne imperial ladder kakra fra nti ne nkɔfoɔ kan nyina ɔmo boa na ɛyɛ OSP no so no na asɛm nyina ne sɛ apan na ɔwe no sɛbio na onwia ɔtɔ apan efiri kow na ɔde ama ne wɔfa ase bi ɛwɔ ɛde Jean Mensah ɔhɔ ɛna yɛ ofrizi ma no ɔkɔfa ɛde bɛyɛ apan kwan nti nkɔfoɔ sɛ owia apan a ɛnya apan na owia na baabi ɔgye ɛyɛ apan a wastɔ ɛna ɔno nti na boss na asare so ne ebusa na ɔyɛ gay na ɔnyɛ gay ɔso da bi mekasa te sɛ gay nanso menya gay sɛbio mesie tu na ama megire ɛnkyɛ sɛ meyɛ gyimifoɔ amanfoɔ hu sɛ mano ayɛ maama nkyɛ sɛ meyɛ kwasi ampanyi ebia nipa hu menim sɛ meyɛ gyimigyimi de sekufoɔ ado bɛnte saa nti boss man so betuma keka ne nsɛm atwitwa no ho ne ehu sɛ obiara abɔ ne nkuro nti ɔmo wie a na ɔmo yɛ recommendation de ɔmo tie no na ɔmo de akɔma president recommendation de na wɔ mu. After the inquiry, the tribunal submits its findings and recommendations to the president. Into the recommendation, the homogene say it was a president, a constitutional editor one among. If the tribunal recommends removal, the president is constitutionally bound to act on it. Say committee no nipa 5 na you're from a tribunal no so the recommendation ne ba no me catch say Mr. President Jean Mensah no boa semina odi dware no enye sebio enye alata semina ene imperial ladder ene lax no wa mix it eye Abidjan for pokre ene odi sra na hem enti obegina no boa pam no e was a president no edi so if we say constitutional ese no ye fa bibi constitutionally bound ye ka say bibi a bound a bamon a show. It's President Muhammad basically he is just a vessel. He is waiting for the committee to tell him say Jean Mensah na obwa e ya Abidjan pokre na mbum enye edian alata semina e ya dian OSP apan na ose otodo koma na wofa ase na obwa apan no na owie sika na ode to e na e corruption sika na ode apan kwan ono so boa eye boss na sare so ka se onye gay no oboa yakon ni pictures bia bibisha no to ono so ye gay into Mr. President recommendation constitution said the no so the president is constitutionally bound. Constitution essential. It forces him, it tells him what to do, so he has no option than to follow what the recommendations are. Into President Mahama, technically, only the vessel. What the recommendation would say, is what the president would do, because the constitution, emra pon kase na Ghana ho bra no ehye so onye. Into say constitution no kase Mr. Mahama making sure say recommendation with this one. You can say Jean Mensah only option also or sign. No can say Jean Mensah go home, Bossman go home, any apine ambassador go home. That is how it's going to be. Into mema kwasie bia nkotena movement TV. Mema kwasie bia nkotena Insha FM. Mema odwan bia nkotena Kesbin. Mema ofui bia nkotena Angel FM. Anopa medada Ghana for say John Mahama and ebe pamu, because as we speak today, Jean Mensah only for. As we speak today, Bossman Asare only for. As we speak today, OSP only for. As we speak, Omwa petition for Mubian Obian for until the investigations are done. Until the Chief Justice even sees to say there is reason to move this to a committee. So as we speak, the Chief Justice has not established anything, say, or say eco committee. So we are waiting for what the Chief Justice will say.
No review today, no review tomorrow.
No review today, no review tomorrow. The Babianco school Ghana. Now, Bozaki Dinechi, Enquire where you're Tama 2024, no more Form 3. And yet the same teachers natural, my dear. I don't know what Damsa. I don't know Mubi Jimmy Sa. Yeah, Kano Krana Chramwa. Most so a Kufuado Neba Umiaso, so Son Kwasiafu was 8 years. And hundreds and thousands of young people, my life, I say, Jenny Bay. Wait, and they be a application say ye pe police for na nkwara nkiti we nyina nka ometuma ko school no, because kwasiampanyi bi ba 8 years on it in samanfo bi bedi Ghana so 8 years. They destroyed lives of young people, and then nkwara we nyina twen police mbie, fire service mbie, because they don't have any option. Job guarantee, because the juma be utuma kwa ebiem or pe police ma kwashe, because osha police pe wonya guarantee, the juma is guaranteed for the next 25 years. But in kasa akora we ko betuma ko renim kakra abaye adefo frokra boa Ghana. And so at this point, Tankwasiafo ne yes so omo Ghana. 90% of Monkwasiafo na mudi akwa we echi ne ba omi echi. Na monte asem na okana se. Na motete Ghana na Ekufu ade de e na Ekufu sankro omo feli Ekufu ade 2024. Na nkora we ewo SS3. Pasie bi TV say e na NDC fo na omo hye de feli omo. Wa ye ka NDC dia. Muti kroba na Ekufu ade ba omia e friend kwara no Ekufu ado graduate na enkwasiafo na mo ye ntwamwa na mo ni nyanza otinga na ye Ekufu ado graduate no na mo ntinga na ha onso owie no wasem man life onso akotena fie ende kwasiampanyi onso akodi dwa ye je woto ane de akohwe no ne ba bie ni wo obedi hia biem, because mo agimi mo dodo no mo agimi omo de mo be ye saa, because gele any t-shirt na mo pe gele keke emu konko ni gele my support in Coco. My Sakoko Kunja. So on your kusia or your pro or your poor, why send Toshe? Why just my just my Jimmy Taba. 8 years near catch them. Let us review it. Nana don't go for the general state catch them Ghana for say. On about me see 350 senior high school and some of my free SHS. In your way be the president. Omo sin Kuko Bobako. Near the hote. Asante memu defend your Kufuado. Neda ho tia santima mu defend Ekufuado kurasini ukrom school ba kumponsi wo wabetena kumase osia chi brown ka say ena mo mahama no ene ente ase na NDC be den ende obaba ma no obaba no, the only thing obetuma ye wanya jantra agwakobọ kro no yebebo ni tuo kunu ana yebekunu ato atwene ana agwakọ egala on say wasay mo life wa finish over 400,000 enkwara wasay omu nyina life. A bear burden to Mahama. Right now, Mahama has to create an opportunity for these people. How is he going to do it? Muntuma mu kan kwasi asam ye ye tumu fana mu buofu yan kan asam na kan kan wasa na kan nim nyansa nka sanko bia bejaw yan kan wasam so wajimi ntia nja na tena ho ha udidi di opron kwan wi an kwasi asam nkwan ye kan na monuma na mu buofu mon problem akofa betu nipa so. The rate of unemployment is going to go up again. Because of some of you, the silliness in unity. Ama unemployment every time you are near Kosro. Because Mumubino, you just have to reason keke. dwene kekebe 10 seconds ne fan chichire man ye nte ase ye nyina ye ku echa o kan yeso wedi obi atam wagimi a unu so wagimi. And this is Nana Akufo-Addo, the destruction of why on the Baumia and MPP no Omaya Ghana no, it will take us over 40 years to correct it. You have no idea. Mama Mako says so many fail on Kwede, is your dear Mokoye. Akufo-Addo 10 years into no. It is your modern Mokoye. Akufo-Addo the Abe Akufo-Addo is Akufo-Addo no Obewu. Nema Jan Kromania the Ade. Omobo Jantra Komenya Mema Ware. Now where Obanafro 2018 19. Or sa ba betwi table abeda wo dem baby a wadu ukune jao kwase be akonya we yi ase na odo befia huntumi fa ne befie na ma me panyini ti so ye do gina guest house adentra ye me mane wo fie ma me panyini ti so we use ma na nso ben aye wa hem ni wa hem ene opagya won sapa ye hu ende wo ma mieru da ho te won chai free SHS jomo ntuma ntoa so omo nyina feli ti fie o pesika ba akoto eye pragia kochi ba ko di tribom oba besia ba na dwon musan so ko he woni ajantrafo na te dem ukọ eyiase a o bese be ma di wechi be fie usuro ubusan kran mo be ba be da fie ende at your age utumi fra oba kata kwesi ende oba be da fie all because o pese woni be ma be da fie enkora ne ntuma mobra munyina mo ni mo ho enkwase asem ye tumufo amonte Eye. Mo a mo failure no Muhammad bibia ba your friend Ejumewura. Mo nyina mo nko apply bi. Mo ntie me. Muhammad bibia ba your friend Ejumewura. Another form of employment betumi create a lot of employment. Enti mo nkwasiafo enkrante na mo di MPP echi na mo mana bebo mo so sisi ana o mo ba be dane potential jantrafo no. Mahama Ejumewura no ho monfo monko na munja jimi na mo di tifie no mona Akufo-Addo abese mo magu mu so no na do danko Akufo-Addo abese mo mana ende omo be dane potential jantrafo no potential ewifo mbe jejina kejetia abetutu nkofo botom 90% of nkora be start anom red because of mo awofo no jimi amumu bi mu jimi ya mo anka no korenti a Akufo-Addo dada mo dodo ne bebo jantra be gina city light abebe gina Asante aba omo brazil to nyina atete because of mo awofo ne bi mo beka no kura kire Akufo-Addo na wesi small schools and the momba na faili no eya mimi fie na mo bete omo sa betena mo so musika kakra mo di dwa no omo be wia bibia by your friend Ejumewura Mr. P get me if there's a video samonti Ejumewura me be kire mo Mahama the policy bia by your friend Ejumewura omo mo filie no omo faili no mo nyina nko Ejumewura no Mahama beboa mo na me dwen say ye free SHS Akufo-Addo de bae no anka mo wie SS no anka mo beje mo man Ghana card na anka mo de mo nyina ko menhia se nana we ya mo de hie o we de nana ye de hie Akufo-Addo MPP de o mo ko free SHS nti nana fo mo adwuma na me dwen say na me o mo dwa you do what na me dwen say me tim na me dwen say time na mo ye ai MPP de ye de twa efuruma ye de Asante dia e na Akufo-Addo de free SHS buy na me dwen say nkora ne faili no mo wi anka mo beje o mo Ghana card na anka makosam mo nyina line e wo menhia na maka che me na otumfo setu na me do piaw na mo ganye na say fa wo mu we de Asante fo ma we de o de hia o ade na mo fo mo nko na na ba wi school no wo school na na ba ko na na ba bing na na ba be ma no nice boy obuade o so wi school no kwa bro chire one pass and go betuma akọ money stops nonsense no nanaba the boy no fe and so there yan on warriors antini because of poor tintin grammar nanaba boy no okoji on Kofi Annan wo de woni ntia hwe Kevin Taylor de Kofi Annan ne Kwame Nkrumah obia ambo home match so woni mbie kura wo de tenase ka se tenase na fa konwa ko je ka se steady Kofi Annan kakra ye ne Kofi Annan na busa Kwame Nkrumah so ase uwi ose aba me check Kevin Taylor so ubehu bibi obi amba home nanaba no ogowore bro chire na ojo so wajibi we di super kunkwan ya na oba awewe apatre afena nanaba na ye na ko school bro chire okote bro o me ware oba osantase wa bodam wedwa itinga we di bufu me rewo me kama na ya wo ya abua nanaba no okọ school bro chire osa kosua nimdie Nana Baba Esaba no I catch or come. Why are you doing this? You cannot eat antelope shit. That's wrong. Nobody goes to Yanzaba. What ya a good for the dear and a free such as the dear free and a ubanatifino. Wedja, oh, bodam. Or turn up among some lie mensia, send an away with this year. What this year, when we are omina kufuado graduates, it's another day. But that's man about catchable. Mumu be Jimmy. Nana Bano, no one for papa, me say. Ogi send anabane ko school abrochire North Carolina. Na abrofom maya emmaya omu nimade yi. Omu hu twei. Abrofom mai. Omu so sa age no omu fa no brutal. Na abrofom mai omu nana e share na ba okla. Hello, how are you? Lower King. Say nana ba no Lower King. Say nyo ne hene no. Or Lower King. Into omu friend Lower King. Hello, Lower King. I say hello girls. I nana ba ni abrofom ma di komo. Why wo to atwentwem ne nam. Eye de Antobia say ye Asante for ma. Who the old bodam? Oh, bodam. Oh, the end at all. Oh, the end at all. Make and there. Oh, make catch them, make yasi, and the moon. Evangelist Papashi. Go be buddy. I got my bodam. I need you to do for Papa. No, I say, catch them, I'm not on the Jimmy, and I'm a dog. Match much trouble. And I go for the free SHS no. Ama and then another North Carolina. On your bro from Mano. Omu feno. Omu timi. Omu shall we go? Omu shall we go? That be brony bar. Sabi a scouffy. Omu is what shall we? Or the way there. Nitimi other than her. Other than the cheek. Or the brush and qua. Or the brush. Ubako. And upon the brush. Or Usoma L2. Brony bar. Nana bana hu abrofo ba mo de brush no no mo tim to numa no ma yisro mo yiba kwaba no ma said no o sa ko wo half ko ewrade na audition ya half ko na mo tete Ghana ekufo adu Jimmy na mo so ene ye ma no ene ma wi ja intimacy mo aya mo bi mo tena sia mo study nyoma ba eyi na po Jimmy na mo Kwame Nkrumah yi Kwame Nkrumah uyi Kwame Nkrumah make the 3 strong men of Ghana. We Kwame Nkrumah, no way Kofi Annan, no way Kevin Taylor. Or there's something unique about them. Check it. Send an abandon see our brochiro. You see, I know. Dear friend Crambo said, oh, college. No, never from Bawa. Fridays, no. So some little drink up and all that. Wasn't an abano. I or coho or never from money didn't come. Hey, I brought from me or shed your fe. I almost to me called dinner. Omu to me invite no omu papa fie nana bantu to me invite omu eba nana onya brofo ma nana ba nya brofo ba ni komo uji santa asi di nkwasi asem onya brofo ma na ekọ me so onya brofo ma ekotena a restaurant a omu bibi a friend first your appetizer eduane nyamba yo wo to wo kotena ne before so ya me o yankoda o bodam nana ba din kan okay oh do you people have calamari say I also do you want to share a plate or something our brother said nah maybe I'm going to have some tartars on that it is appetizers aba nana ba eduane nyamba yo nana ba you fork no trap pa no that shit no also what do you say so how is it in Africa? I've not been to Africa before. It's cool. I say I've heard your dad is the king. Nana ba you feel I've heard your dad is the king of the Ashantis. So yeah. What do you hear? I googled. In fact, I googled and I saw your dad being carried in something. So many people following your dad. That's cool. So yeah. Can you carry me too? So yeah, I can let them do it. There are a lot of people at Bantama. Krufum, they're jobless. I saw them Kevin. I saw. I that master member not going to. Asama Adam master member called to the quarter pong. Me chow na nabano. Oni broni ba ko dena. Me chow. Coming to America in style, no. When they coming to America part 33. Nana bana ni bro they abrofuma miensa. Omo to restaurant. Odo kwasia. Where the patron kwan. What's a fairly? Umami kwasi enti ye tunu fu ante. Nana bana we chat. I said, what do you say? I said, can you put me in that? I would be so cool. I can do live. So yeah. A lot of boys in Bantama, Crowform. I can let them do that for you. Really? But I saw your dad with so much gold, man. I love it. So yeah. You can also have it. I can tell my dad tomorrow he's going to get gold. What? This custom officer, your friend Augustine Edubofo, this man has been at the port for over 12 years. At the beginning of the year, any transfer to Koko Florida, and at the end of the day, DPB SR back to Accra in less than a week. This man has been involved in a lot of scandals about the Tema port. This Augustine Edubofo, they can ask him, said the GRA commission, the GRA boss, only the finance minister, they should do the right thing and make sure this man is sent back because he was actually transferred. I wasn't saying he should be sacked. I said that if this guy has been transferred to Koforidua, then he needs to stay in Koforidua because Ejuma no you know Accra no obi so betuma say Ejuma no. So I wasn't saying he was supposed to be sacked. I was saying that if they are seeing it right for him to go to Koforidua, then he needs to stay there. There's no reason for you to bring him back to Accra. Abra Ejuma why 12 years no obi betuma. Now the good news is that and the date 1st of December, this man has been transferred back to Koforidua. He received his letter last week. I would like to applaud the authorities, the President of the Republic of Ghana, the government as a whole. We are all trying our best to protect this government. We are doing our best to make sure, nobody at the end of the day takes advantage of John Mahama's government. So I would like to say thank you to the boss too at GRA for listening and making sure the right things are done. Custom officials are more port one. Obian say we are monitoring every single person, every single one of you. We are watching. If we see Juma and Sonia, we will sit here and speak on it. We will criticize you. We will let the world know you have to be kicked out. This man has been sent back to Koforidua. I'll come and show you his transfer letter. And I would like to say thank you to Mr. I don't know his name, the GRA boss, for making a move and making sure the right thing is done. So, Augustine Edubofo, from today, he's going back to Koforidua to work from there as a custom officer. So, Koforidua, you cross no person be Jumawa. So, now dream, and say Koforidua, you cross here, you should quit. Because your custom officials almost work Koforidua. So, this man has been moved to Koforidua. I would like to thank the president and then also the government for listening and making sure the right things are done. Now, this is another story. I think it's worth discussing, and the reason why I'm saying it's worth discussing, and it's time and year will break. A lot of people were discussing this issue about schools and encourage Sibu Ebi Christopher Omoko in Kremofo school and Ebi Kremofo Omoko a Christopher school, and the Menoka say. Supreme Court directs Wesley Girls Senior High School to respond to Muslim rights allegations. And I think that case is still ongoing. But it is very important to say, Yabeti Bibiase. I think Ghana, no, we waste time on things, it is a wasted time also. To be very, very honest with you, this issue is a national conversation. No, we are not supposed to make this matter a national conversation. The reason why I say this is you wasted time or in the first place, we are not even supposed to allow it to be a national conversation. Because in the first place, there is nowhere in Ghana obi betuma ka chem say nkrimufo ene a Christopher eko. Since say a woman as a Ghanaian, menti bi da. Say nkrimufo bi gu ha. Omo ne a Christopher bi so omo gu ha. Akan sie ni omo ko. So in the first place, there's no cause for alarm. We are not even supposed to make this a conversation. Radio, TV. So, and the more we speak on this, and some foolish people who cannot think are putting some comments out because they are so emotionally attached to Omujimi. It is basically making this conversation, which is not supposed to get to this point. Now, majority of us in Ghana, the reason why Yambako school aired because you want them to go to a school and go pass exams further to tertiary institutions, and we become proud as parents. And I'm a awuphobia or Ghana diano or priority obama akwarako school in the say onko suadie. Enti se oye Christoni na se oko ebia Islamic school. The reason why I wouldn't call Islamic school in say unim say Islamic school we di omo ya de. Enti ebia TI Amas. Omo ya de what is omo ya de enti me pese me ba ko ho. Oye Christoni. The reason why I would ba ko no say o pese o ba no pass. Enti the priority number 1 is for your kid to go have an education. So oye nkremoni and the seminar kremofo na so kasa oba enko persek. The reason I'm about Uncle Persek, the priority in say Uncle Persek, Uncle Suya de no on passing the exams, na on be ye Uncle University and whatever further. That is your priority. Into school in a priority. Anything that comes after the school biano a add-on. Anything that comes after the school na nipane ko biano a add-on. Into so we call Persek, so we call Achimota, so we call a Tiamas or Incremonio or a Christonio. As far as your students now the priority number 1 is to go learn, pass. Inti awuphobia no priority no. Now, sakrani enkremoni na so call a Presbyterian school, a Catholic school, an Anglican school, and akrano eye Christoni na oko a Muslim school. At the end of the day no, the akrana esuma osomo no, it does not affect akrana de no osiano, because at the end of the day Sakurano Echo School na baby asuma awesome no. It is not a priority to wuna osha ana akrana baby osu ade no. That is not the priority. Sa akrabi ba school or persek now in kremoni na at the end of the day or passing the exams na okọ to asoko university a. We don't ask say akra we okọ persek no in kremoni onya chances esumoye or nya chance ansum. The priority is akra ne pass ye. Now anything a additional no a add-on, and when I say it's add-on no, it is the work of the school. It is the work of the school to make sure say akorabi ohobiano at the end of the day why comfortable. Now sa akorabi e nkremoni wo persek na say ebia persek school no 99% of the students no e Christopher a mission school. That is why we have something called the PTA. This conversation is a PTA conversation. This conversation is not a Supreme Court conversation. This conversation is not a TV conversation. This conversation, it is not a parliament conversation. This conversation is a PTA conversation. We cannot make this a national conversation. The reason why it's a PTA conversation is that Samia Kwamiti hey, me wo me ba na me hu se tia amadia school ni a good school champ persek. Na me pesa me ba no ko abra me nim se school no e nkremosom na tete school na se e nkremofo no doso. Se bio e nkremom na tete school na. I know some bane kohono a school a nkremofo school. So if I'm a member of the PTA, not say PTA meeting, I can raise an issue and say, PTA board, please, mebano, I love this school. Oko school ha, me peso be passe na oktumi konenim. Can you in some way no move to me amaya so ya dwendwene ape a way to make sure say enkora no mwa na omo so nya nkremofo no, we can create an avenue for them to at least also feel comfortable when they want to practice their religion. The people on the PTAs, they won't come for you a Christopher, Sebio, they will have to sit and agree because so this issue is an issue. The schools have to deal with it. This is not an issue the education minister has to deal with. This is not an issue the president has to deal with. This is not an issue that we need to go to parliament and discuss. Because Ghana no ye Christopher nkremofo obianko ye. It is ameba ekọ eye persek na me nkremoni na meba wo ha na PTA anything aban we ban why introduce PTA. These are some of the jobs of PTA. Anything aban we ban say PTA is important. Go to PTA meetings. These are issues that you raise at PTA meetings. Into oba nkremoni na okosko persek na say o pese o ka oba religion asem say yemma omo baby bia persek Muslim students or mommy be 20. Na se munyina mo parents ba PTA no mka say oh PTA board please. Ya somebody to mani mni. Ya nka say ye mesi masalaji o school mu ha. Ya nka say ye ma no omo ndane school no to nkremofo school but ye pe school no adesua na ko so na anything ye de bae mo betumi ameki arrangements a ye ma no so betumi anya baby sebio asom. Omo nya baby omo ye sala omo betumi ye sala. Omo baby omo ye akwankyere omo betumi ye akwankyere. PTA is there to analyze these things, reason together and make provisions. That is all. I see a Jimmy, I see a Niminyansa. and no one win them ha no can we and uncrimofoni we beco and Christopher pen crimofosum into your motives. I don't know what Jimmy sa mubu do no Jimmy. It has not gotten to that point where we have to even argue about this for this to end up in court, because the reason why Sanyoma we nyina any say a PA ebedru national as a national conversation say the PTA's job is to make sure these things are dealt with. Make up Presec. During my time at Presec, there were Muslim students in my school. Sebio, now you call assembly, you call worship Sundays. They don't want to go. When you go to Presec, a small space was made for them to worship, and they were going there to worship. In fact, so we call the not a science block. When you go down to Engman, when you're going down a little bit, now say opa, I don't even know how to explain it. Anytime you bedroom baby, we keep quiet. We walk quietly, because we know say this place has been dedicated to school. So it is the responsibility of the PTA, because school beer was basically established on some ground, on some belief. But the priority of these kids in all these schools, and they say, first of all, they are going there for education. If they are going there for education, the next thing say, then you can go to PTA meeting and tell the PTA say, Miso, me and Cremoni, me do school way, I press before school. But me ban me percent go school no. Next some day, ni so touching it. Inti PTA, mo betumi me a provision bi. Ebi a classroom ma ko ne be yi ama nkwara no. Na sebio se Christopher no eko SU for no ko. Anaso omo so koye om worshiper. Omo so betumi akọ sebio omo tina class to 5 p.m. Omo betumi akọ akoya sorry. Ebi omo ma break no person koya omo betumi. It is not a mosque. It is we make the same way a Christopher because tia masa. You bet me another room be among say Sundays no munya mo worship. That's it. Why are we making this a big deal? There was so many things to think about. Mumu bino ye Jimmy. A Christopher be a Jimmy and a Cremophony be a Jimmy and a yatin so na ye kontokwa on what is the reason? This is a respect to every single school PTA wom. And I don't think say PTA leadership no more Jimmy out to the point to say obi a for obi a for na so wakotina PTA. I mean you say PTA for no Jimmy out to the point say they hate Muslims or they hate Christians. No. I don't hear this platform. It does not hate any religion. And everybody in Ghana knows the lover platform where Christians and Muslims. It worries me when I see things like these that can be dealt with easily and people are exaggerating, bringing in things that are not important. In Krano school, they are not fighting. The young kids in the various schools are not fighting each other. In Krano are expecting their parents and their teachers to reason for them, think for them, guide them. So why are we sitting on TV and on radio making it look like say in Cremophone a Christopher Kontokwa? Since you are Ghana, me who say Christopher Akoda. The last time we could some stupid write-up be Nana Jantoya. I went to school and I went to learn conflict resolution. Who and who are fighting? And point one, when conflict is about to start, and Mr. Jimmy, Muko school, Mudia Muko Suyaneka Kra, Mubipamo Tokura Jimmy. What is conflict resolution about this? And I went to learn conflict resolution. Who? The chief imam of Ghana. He's one of the most respected people in Ghana. Do you think any Ghanaian can disrespect or undermine the Islamic religion in Ghana? The religion, I friend, the Christian religion. Do you think anybody can underestimate it? No. We have lived in harmony. This is basically an administrative thing that we need to go back to the basics and fix. We need to go back to the basics and fix. Problem new, and people are forcing problems. I've seen some young Muslim boys. They are on social media and they are trying to incite other people. You just say, this is not how to go. This is not how to go. This is an issue where this issue, and then can you say do TV so? This issue, and this can do TV so because our PTA system is weak. That's why we are having these problems. Because our PTA meetings, this thing, weak. Because this is the job of the PTA. It's PTA, no what you is saying. You see, Parents Teachers Association. You jaya ma ama teacher for school. Welfare. There's a reason to a teacher for at a point they call us to come as parents to think with them. It's your parents in your bar. Why can't we put it before the teachers and say, "Me na me say school, for school. Me buy a Christo din am den buy. Emom or something there. Kamunya who me key some provision be ma me ban to me as suma. Me nka say yanda nin kremo for school no into Christian school." It's in the PTA meeting. We all sit, we judge. PTA will bring, okay, you're some old class, you're some location where we think say, in Columbia and 30, they can go there. That's all. Oh, me ban about Presec or about Wesley girls or me ban on Kwara, we 200 and I'm 20 or me in Krimo Kwara. Please, PTA meeting. Then I'm also yama in Krimo Kwara. Yan Kwara, ye person some cost no musum. Yedim say addition no mobile, but or some so de here. It won't me make provision behind Kwara way so no they can go there. That's all. That's it. Obian time obia. And then Ghana, we sit in Ghana and we let some fools just destroy this nation. Problem ni wa ne akofa problem aba. Problem ni wa ne akofa problem aba. Na ehod ankofo be tro kwasial articles. Enkofo be tro. What is all that? Majority of you people are in Ghana and muye dede yentiase we Christoni we Nkremoni. You went through senior high school. You saw it. Majority of yeni Christopher Nkwala ye we school boy yankwa sorry. And I can say the same to a young Nkremofo Nkwala. Majority of Nkremofo Nkwala ikra and they to a yakwen ye we school kwampo sala kwa yenye. But it does not mean say yanto osomne ntontwene. Omusano I will say the show it needs to be there. But we don't have to make it look like say I to say obi be kubi who is going to fight who. In Kremo 4, any Christopher, that's what makes Ghana unique. Yet in harmony from the day Ghana was put together into school. Akrabeja baby I worship Tina and the Ghana babu. And into and there a Christopher in Kremo 4 bekontokwa. Now who Christoni and Kremoni in Jimmy? Are you foolish? We need to reason beyond this and the mama bufu yakwana na jantwa. I got church on Facebook. I went to school and I went to learn conflict resolution. I don't know who you got to Ukraine. Who share conflict resolution we no one akon Ghana. Got number kwe. In kwasa some na moso so Ghana sa intokwansi ya moso intokwesi. Confusion by moso confusion is see. Let us go back to the PTAs, the respective schools, the parents, Monko PTA meeting. If you have a kid in a school or in Kreboni, na say akrano or Christopher school, go to PTA meeting and respectfully dialogue and let them understand. Yet the school no, I didn't know much on your pay. Your person about your school ha. Your Nkremo 4. We believe in Islam. We believe it's a school no. Edo ya manti no muji into school no can make some provisions for our kid so that omusubenya baby asum. Yes so yeah a Christopher ye ko school tia amadia. Ye ko Islamic school. Ye do a school no. Additionally ye dia baba ye PTA ye parents. Please ye mba ye Christopher ye nche school no. Ye nyina mpese adwene. You better be a small place for our kids to worship. That is it. And then you Jimmy sir. Hey. I just a Ghana and no continue radio swa. Nan kwasia phobia ba omo be discussing. Now some way see ye into headmaster no headmaster and Wesley girls headmaster or power bank. No headmaster is powerful than any PTA in any school. Let's respect each other. Let us meet as adults. Let the PTA come together. Let adults meet. Let them discuss it. And then you sika edi abua school dia yanka se we Nkremoni we Christoni. A do time a PTA Asia ajiji dues. Eme edi akobua school ni dia. Adi yanka se we Nkremofo sika yanje because school adi e Christopher. Adentina ya sika ewo tia media na se Wesley gesa yanka se we Christopher nkwa sika. No, we are not supposed to do that. In Kurani betna National Maths and Science quiz na omo ma answers do we say where there or you botwe ni or you turn into yantiase botwe enya Catholic school ana Anglican school I don't know adentina nkwara no mko wini botwe no yanka se ntafo nkwara no it doesn't work like the kids don't even see it that way. So yene penifo we should reason for these kids. We should reason for them. We should meet, we should dialogue, we should make decisions for them, decisions that will help their education. Akorebi OSSBI is because they want to pass and to picky school. No, many sure say Obia picky school because of their religion because they pick the answer of picky school. No, 90% of Nkwara Omuko school or different schools in Ghana they pick the schools because person Omuko Omuko Nyadien Omuko pass Omuko university. Now so a school no at least next some no so a person or suma You bet me din komo up a kwan bi so ma akwara bi asom ne som. That's all. Jack, we are too foolish. Sometimes I need Jimmy. They are stressing the chief imam. They are stressing the schools. And it hurts, bufu. They are stressing our software. They are stressing. Let the PTAs take over this. This is a PTA conversation. This is not an education minister conversation. This is not a president conversation. This is a school. PTA. Let the PTA meet. Let them all meet. Say week way PTA. Na school be a PTA share. You come a conclusion will be done on this. And ye gidi. And the boss away, Abu school way, Nankora Dinichi, no more can some, no more. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Then I into a catch our said, at that age, we need to guide them. Akrebu or Krompa, information about the parents, maybe yet what is on the ground. So we need the parents to go sit to the teachers and come to a conclusion on something. All right, now let's talk about another thing. Now, there's another story and it's got to do with a year WASI results. You say WASI results swaba and this one yourself for. Oh, you're right, you wasted time or Ghana power unnecessary time. You wasted time or Ghana unnecessary. Just say you to me sorry no pa. Na ya shada ni you wasted time 24 hours ni na. If aso bi amaso ni asa akoda. Now, you're sorry yeah. You say why I can release the results of 2025 in Korana omuwie school no. Now, 2025 WASI was conducted under heightened invigilation, strengthened supervision, and strict adherence to examination protocols across all centers. Now you're sorry and you see what's the results now, but social studies almost fairly, mathematics almost fairly, into the issue here is why we are here today. The results we are seeing, and we all know all the people sitting on TV pretending as if they say this is news to us. No, we are all hypocrites. We know. Let's put politics aside. But we all know the genesis of this problem. And the genesis is say, for a very long time, we had a government that did not listen to advice. We had a whole government that did not pay attention to details. We had a government that was all about votes, what people would say, campaign message. We had a government that saw education as a tool to empower themselves through politics. That's all. We all saw our education, it was deteriorating. The quality of students we were producing from the senior high school, from the day Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said, or the free SHS Aba, open the floodgates. There was no checks. At a point, teacher-student contact, it was basically like 2%. We all know. In Korano, this is nothing new. Let's not pretend. We all knew from the beginning, say, the kind of students are now you produce, your SSNE produce, 90% of them, they were not supposed to be given the nod to pass as senior high school graduates. At a point, Akufo-Addo friend home, Akufo-Addo graduates. It's all about slogans. It was about saying things to make some people feel safe. Some people have been defeated. The fact of the case is, the reason why Intia recorded these bad results, and then say, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo move free power, no. The invigilation, the strict way GES, and WAEC, they basically monitor the elections, no. The usual pass and go did not happen. Let's accept this fact. Let us be honest. This is not politics. Me nua bi so call SS ni bi. Me wa fast bi so call bi. So let it not look like say one kwa obusu ni na call and say where your NDC problem, MPP problem. We know say the problem is starting here now. You can't say the free SHS needs to be reviewed. We were not prepared for free SHS. We were not prepared. And some people made it look like say anytime I raise the issue about free SHS, we not being prepared and that things have to be looked at in a different way. No, you become an enemy to Ekufuado, Bawumia, NPP. No. We knew near Nkwara when a tifi na ya wofo yenim say Nkwara no quality na no de ba fie na enye. At a point, a whole government ekoto apport the Nkwara. No, this is serious. So okoto past question e the Nkwara. Now o patch Nkwara ne saying onsuya sa questions in pass it. It is the responsibility of that kid to study. It is not your responsibility to buy questions for the kid because you have given the kid textbooks to read. It's the moment that Uber created that opportunity, no avenue na Nkwara, the kid automatically starts to relax because at the end of the day, my uncle class to cry. Say about the try exam sir, abai be ni bottom sika akoto de akoto pasco ama yesuya. The probabilities of pasco no de e bi beto no e high. So what was the challenge? In 2021, Ministry of Education has spent 34.8 million to purchase 446,954 sets of past questions for 2021 WASI candidates under free SHS. This was reported by GH1 in 2021. Yatam Ghana sika 34.8 million Ghana cedis. Yarikoto Pasco de ma Nkwara, who are supposed to crack their brains, who are supposed to read using textbooks. Textbooks are supposed to guide them to go write exams. You know? A whole government under NPP, Ekufuado, Bawumia, Educhum, Sa NPP way, it is 34.8 million top past questions. Now in 2021, so we top past question ama akorabi or SS1. Now who say the seniors near top past question mama. Dear ne bema sa akora no akotena classroom esua de. Because onim say edu ne so na obetre exams na. Obeto past question ama no. That is what we are seeing today. Ade e koso ndere enye anything e o se free obi betena radio so se be chechire bu kire ye. No, in chechire bu bi anim. It is the free SHS that Ekufuado ne ba omiam omu jimi na omu enya abotre amya access ni ye because we didn't have enough facilities to host these kids. 90% of Nkwara, they did not even meet a teacher to teach them. They could not even take an assignment to a teacher to say, "Sir, madam, the outshare me and the mentias and the waba class there, break this down." They did not get that advantage. They did not get that opportunity. Red, blue, green, fono. They didn't understand what was going on. Akwara no kwa onya baby ponna. Classroom na yema. Oh, who teacher nimpo? Yet to be the 2 months in school, 6 months at home. You need to understand that you were breaking the education down. They went all the way down. This is what they came to tell us. Education Ministry PRO clarifies alleged 68.5 million spending on photocopying WASI Pasco. Almost has spent 68.5 million to do photocopies on Pasco. This is in 2024. Almost Ghana sika, almost 70 million Ghana. Almost koto and print Pasco. Why do you do that? Nkwara na mu failure no. The fact is, they did not go through any education. They went through school. Nobody obi anche Nkwara we ade. Nkwara we no mu failure no. And no mu fault o. The people who introduce this kind of shambolic free SHS. And we need to say it, because you see, today, when you listen to people on TV, they are being politically mindful of their statements. No. What we are seeing today about these WASI things and all that, it is because not NPP are buying say SHS. No? They destroyed it. The fact is, they say, SS yɛnyina yɛkɔ bi yɛkɔ yɛso kɔ wie ɛma yɛnim yɛ mate yɛbɔ mu nyina din. So we know how it used to work. We know how it used to work. But from 2017, SHS changed. It changed into something else. I know beyond here. The moment I raise issues about every SHS, you become an enemy to the NPP government and the NPP grass cutters. The moment you say, for a kid to be able to pass the exams, it's not just about sitting in the classroom. A lot of things come together before a kid can pass an exam. And intina obu ha o say me school way, and yet because say me school way ni keke no. It is because of the facilities na wo ho no. And intina ende you will be a friend of grade A school, grade B school. It is almost a awufo because me pesa chinchina me ba ko school way ya. It is because we who facility wo school any what the facility has been able to bring out. There are some students who schools be that brilliant too, but it's because they got the environment to learn, because they got the assistance, because at the end of the day, what they needed for them to feel comfortable, no, they had it, they were able to at least have some mind to understand what they were being taught. It is not just putting a kid in school and saying free SHS into Uber. It doesn't work like that. From the day the kid enters that school, you need to make sure, say, akwalane welfare, no, if it drops for even 5%, that kid, the probability of that kid failing is high. So the kid has to go through the school, not just to read, but for you to basically condition the kid's mind. Also, or sorry, or that, or to me that soundly. At that age, that kid needs to sleep soundly. When you crowd about 8 to 9 hours of sleep, uninterrupted sleep. I was so making sure say baby or dano in tuntumi and disturb akorano the health in here. Sa akorano sorry also nye duane papa di. Sa akorano or your bar ne sanitary pad they need to be, you see the kids, they need to be in a condition to be able to understand it. So I got in a classroom and intina so washa. You say nkwara mo international school no ama bench nkwara mo saito. Enkwara mo saito no ebia ben, but who compare to international school it is because international school no majority of enkwara no they are comfortable. So say obetie teacher no krampo 20% at least emu 10% back obetie. Now this is a situation a kid goes to school oni akonya tim otarinto kra ho school na ho no sebio eduane ni ho school na ho no classroom no krampo no omunkom baby obeda no osori no power bre. What is going to make that kid get up and say me ko dware asakotena class because we bre? Because if you don't get a good sleep, you cannot walk to class. You are already tired. The brain is already tired. Interactive class and when you go to it is important you take nap. We have quiet times. It is important everybody goes to bed at 9:30 at Presec. It is important. You was kuni and tiasie because so you are adding a school is show from a prep. Adentina yasaba adoma say obia enko air worship quick enkoda. It is because they have strategized in the way you have enough rest. Say upon school area between 2 and 5. Say groundswell kinima, everybody has to go take some nap. That is how it works. These things are important for the kid to understand because if you don't condition the kid's mind well, unya results now open. And through the governance, the kids were not going to school to pass. They were just going through their schools. We were not teaching them. Why are we pretending that today this is new? This is not new. Let's be honest to each other. We need more facilities. We need to make sure say yetumi accommodating Korani ye. What is this thing of John Mahama administration no kwasiebi I omon person Korani beko university na Jimmy na omon pass here na I didn't John Mahama stop you so pass. E John Mahama come again. I don't know MPP for one krantie we mo Jimmy sir. Ube one krantie bi not social media. I wait there NDC for na e share that e failing Korana. Na I don't know mo failing there NDC en fail omo. Say NDC for the market ya. I don't know mama be pass ya, mama be fail. I don't say NDC for 1% crime go school. Say NDC for the cop market exams now. I don't know I'm fail you munyina. No man will say this year there akorebi eni wo be tertiary into aban interest kebia. Mon krantena mo MPP mo Jimmy. You have caused this serious problem. I was saying it was caused by Baumia, Ekufuado, MPP, Mwejimi. We need to get to the bottom of this. The only solution to this problem is to make sure free SHS, there are more facilities to do what? To contain these kids, accommodation-wise, and school facilities. I was saying enough. Near to Ghana na kwasi suit the TV so and you know and I believe and the solution is one. The free SHS implementation was wrong. It started on a bad note. We need to correct it. We need to review it. Yanti kroma na chichire jimi nene Baumia concert Ghana kache say review means cancel. Kwasi aforo mo kroma. Anna mo MPP nkrantie we mo jimi sa. We know the truth. And anytime me kache mo MPP for no say you people, you are not fighting the NDC. You need to convince Ghana for no munim nyansa no. You need to convince Ghana for na omo hu nyansa to tia on because omo hu nyansa hu samwe jimi. We need to blame you people. Yatina Kroma, these are some of the things you people told us. These are some of the things. So let's not joke about these things. This is not something to be saying. This is what they said. Free SHS lecturers complaining about quality of students entering our varsities. This story was in 2023. In 2023, universities lecturers can say no. The quality of students we are seeing in there, we need to do something about it. You people sat in Ghana and told the lecturers say, "Omi NDC for." And kwasi for me anyway. For me anyway, they sat in Ghana, they didn't listen to anybody. They foolishly went to Asante region, went around the nation and told Ghana for say review means cancel. One krantie MPP krantie Jimmy for. You people don't think. Muni munyansa. Mwe Jimmy. And Korano mo pass 90% of the companies also mo blame mo MPP for. 90% of Korana oman passing, sorry. In Korana oman pass. They need to blame you people. You can somewhere for 80 years. You can somewhere for 8 years. You people should take a look at this review. Take a look at this. Review free SHS. Review free SHS. Number the Mokwasi ye campaign. Obi tan Ekufuado. And Ekufuado the free SHS aba. And ya Ekufuado and cover COVID-19 by. Na Ekufuado the free SHS aba. Then chese be papa. Yanti kromha. And achichidie we cover COVID-19 by Ghana. When did COVID-19 by Ghana? COVID-19 yare no. When cover by. And Ekufuado. Wan ko no way o se dey no cover by. Yetiti kroma enkwasiade yankasa and ankofo we be say krono. And the omon krantie na sorry yendiasie yandisi for empese nkora beko school ejimi for nkwa enitina mo MPP for mo highest level of education will part me as a JSS mo ejimi. We need to look at the issues here. Look at this. Okay. Now, Ghana moves from Ghana only WASI to international WASI for May-June 2026. GES directs students to prepare adequately. And the kufu ba omia na Ghana nkwa na chiro wasi. Yeni the rest of West Africa yeni omo chiro exams mbom. Right now, under this government, we are going back to the basics. We all need to write the same exams. How can you live in West Africa and say I calendar ni nyenti wo de ukuro won kwa na obetro exams when be assess you? Who is going to assess you? And why you could say GS say in kwa na mo ba betro May and June 2026 we no omne Nigeria betro omne Gambia betro omne West Africa why school bi omoka ekrobia ka why hu bia no omo nyina betro boom the same day the same time. But and for the MPP Baumia, not Ghana for your date your try exams because near printer poor. Because near printer poor, the kind of students are almost created in the which is almost 8 and almost and the free SHS and Korana, almost course no more bona, and then almost TikTok almost say Baumia, free SHS one Korano, almost caption now has some about them. Me see, oh, sir. Small girls who feel on Google TikTok say ye kasama ba omia campaign no free SHS for nkora won the omo tuma fanya hwe into omo wi omo say adan yen kodi ba omi echi e bia na obi akonya edi o party nim na ebi oni abewo anase edidi mu a na enya secretary bia beye eye constituent secretary. That is why they can challenge themselves. In this also MPP na hwe nipa omdi ba omi echi the quality edi ba omi echi. Hwe quality edi ba omi echi no. I say sasa monsa mumba. The quality di ba omi echi no. Yankora no di ba omi echi no. I say sasa monsa mumba. Omo ta. Omo ntumi nkabrofo, omo ntumi nchirechirem, omo jimi, omo nyina free SHS fall out. They could not continue because unim omo ntumi nsua de ampase. Intend yankodi ba omi echi kwase bi kodi o asrema nso a ye kwa campaign kwase bi kodi na me konyema ende ma wo MPP ba anase me didi ma constituency secretary eno mo didi ba omi echi. They have messed this nation up big time. Right now, the new administration, NGS say, we are going to go back. We are going to join our brothers and sisters, our part of West African Examination Council. We are going to write the same exams. In Tinkorana Mwo School, no, you should prepare adequately. Obia metop oma obia bium. Obia ento pasco emo obia bium. If edian free SHS no to me kwatene fie. Unye ready to learn. Unye ready to go through the mail. Unye ready to look through your books. Now I will say obi beto pasco mawa ene kosua djuma. Because 3 years in no na omo be wie no onu so wapon ho na at least obi akoni baby. So why I say kwasi ampe you the free SHS by into ube kobia, you are going to go in and fail. Waste your 3 years. It is only say won to me a start to kosua djuma uwie GSS akosua djuma. It is better. You will get a skill. Nipa na omo be ko SS no omo de omo some person ko agric science. Omo de omo person ko science. Omo person ko bio. Omo person mo nko wo hwe na so o knowledge ne endru ha ko ne kosua djuma. Tivet wo ho paifa ho. Member ye wo say SS ne bia tum intimi so mi kobi. Ube waste 4 years. Ube wie na wadane kwasea. Enti mo a mutie me nkwara no. Free SHS no enye obia na free SHS ye ma no. Wo obia wo wie GSS na wo hwe onsa, wo person wo sua nsa no adwuma. Ye wo Tivet wo. Ko Tivet. Ko sua adwuma. Wo so a ugidi se obetuma ko SS no. Also tia che se wo ko sua de akopase. Obi nkoto pasco mawo. You need to get this in the heads of the kids. Ya so Akufo Addo be di president. Oni ba omian be di kwasiade. Ya so nkwara so akora bi ko school a I say o se panic chew. Oh na unko SS. Ko free SHS so Akufo Addo di aba obekoda maamefo bi. Omutuma mu kan. Ye ntiase e na Akufo Addo di free SHS ba ne ba ne wi o gala. And I entiase Akufo Addo free SHS dire obi antumi fa bi ma ye wi ne ba ya bodo ba tuo oti program ya bodo tuo. Akufo Addo sesi ade yenim free SHS ba ye ne ba no ekoton chene ya bu neku no jimifo oba no ko free SHS na ade na ode ba ye mo say nwan mo say ntafre ye sori a eche champon fie ma mo we omo tan o kan Ghana sam say yenchichiri Ghana ye a yentiase ye de yampini o ena hwe mama no ena mama no omo na ase finsa beifo ena mama no sa mama ba na nya adwuma wo ye ni gyan na kwotene fie ejimifo mo sora mu gudwom na mo ton ade bronya bei makofa nyoma begu dam mo sora mo yibaga begu kwan ho nyoma nde ye nto na okwa wakoyi 30 ni ato na obakoyi 20 nyoma nde de gu ha ni o abeifo omodwa musu awia na ebom no mo mba bewu se mmoa mo nka no kore eni ntina mo mma no ebi atiegu red so no na odwen se weni da ho na wodi atra nyame beba ho achew ode besi wo ba so obekum ba to atwene yen ka no kore yen di no kore enti konkonsani jimi enkrantiaism ena yama sa supekuism no afa yemu yenim nyansa Akufo Addo for 8 years wabe say Ghana nyina ene enkwara no they are going back to basics. Intimisra mo no mo ba no etna ho na mo ne mo di nkom ka se kobena free SHS na wo ho no sesia no ye nto pasco mo bia so unim sa wuntumi nsua de empase a ma yemfa onko Tivet anase ma yemfa onko sua adwuma 3 years urukosua hairdressing urukosua welding urukoye your apprenticeship program nyina wo ho urukoye bia nkofo we na omo so ma be no omo kɔ wi a omo no wo be wi pepepe na wo so ba nipa omo so kɔ university omo kɔ mamon kam mani ngum se nwan because obi ankoto pasco ma oba biem aban bia ni wa okɔ isika akoto pasco ma obi aba o Ghana tama oto a yede ukɔ yi ase a yekoto star ba akoma ode uti kɔ hye supeku nkwan ho a ye bɔ woto a wokɔ wo ye na obi nyina hobi musore ma wo yi ase nkwara abegu Ghana ha eyi ase nkwara ukɔ wekipira na wakɔnyam eyi bi amma ekyire eyi bi amma na ono obi akɔda na wakɔnyam wo manan a wawo mo miensa eyi ase na akɔnyam mo kwasi asam nkwan na yewo ye ka na obu ofu ana mo ma no enti ase ene kufu ade de the free ase josori aba o tan munnim nyansa o hwan ne asem esi ekufu ade gimigimi owie na akɔtena fie ne mba bia ne wo certificate enso ne ba bia ne wo bedi hia wo bana na wo to ye ekufu ade do no ba omia ne banko SS da wo ba omia ne ba bia ne wo wie GSS ba omia one ai samre ne ba bia ne wo kɔ SS da enti ono nhwa akrampo SS da Mahamudu Kanada Japan ne ba bia nko school Ghana da wo na wo firi bakwai wo firi ntebuom wo firi awona krom wo firi srem wo busuafo obi anya 200,000 Ghana da kwasiato ye ka Ghana sam fa wadwene bra ne enkyekere Ghana na wo ho tan Jimmy Kasa o wende esi a oba no na agba wo so no e de na obeye afi na wo sa de begu aban so e na nkora igufie e na aban mo adwuma e na yete ha o e na aban kreti adwuma odwan eyi ase bia wo wawo num enum emu nan eyi ase na akonye momo oh from pond so fi Germany na baaye na me hu na che pi na wawo Jimmy oh amu akode ye ne na wa ha o na me dwen so be ware me pi na wawo ofui ye nyansa me hwa oba ma ho masa for me Jimmy for dem ko enim now you ask yourself say aban we aba again aban we here every single day the government is working. So I was 33. Recently we spoke about a kwanya your friend express road though say express road that the president say sa kwanya no ombe ye free nkran e de akotwemu Asante memu de akosrem and sa kwanya de wutisi soa no stop and de ompe so be di traffic ompe problems and no tolls na sisi so no unim say utua tolls na ko Ebin si Ghana da. This is the first time aban bi aba. Aban say under John Mahama obeye express road from all the way from Asia to the north. Yatia ena Bantama MP Asenso Bontia cultural letter comma President Mahama say ontia si adentina yedi express road eba befa santimemu. Remember, express road, you know, it is passing through hundreds and hundreds of communities and so many regions. So the express road, you know, it is not only passing through Asante region. Nobody should get it twisted. When they say the express road now, John Mahama can and Mr. Abuja, the road minister, Aka said the government is committed. So Omuba express road all the way from down here through the Ashanti to the north, you know, it is going to be it is going to go through hundreds of communities, hundreds of districts, hundreds of villages, hundreds of towns, and in so many regions. We need to understand it is not only going through Kumasi, but we all know the news. Senebeya Asante MP Bantama, Ashanti region, one of the biggest places. Omunya vote Kesiano. A young man who used to be a minister wrote a letter to the president to tell the president, say, Adentina, Opesa will say Sika. Express road, fire chrome. Hey, first, no mubu baby say, the ope at the pa ako kotoko ni yendina bro. And then the abro nankasa dane kotoko. And then the kotoko na yepe de kuno. Yepe kotoko no. The ope the pa ako kotoko no yepe say ye koche kotoko no charity. Na fe hu say at the pa de kwa de yemfa. And then Asante for this year, Bantama MP, because nanko bi pa the power kotoko. Ye kwan dia abefa kotoko. Ye mpuntu abefa kotoko. Then na kotoko na natumika kire se adentina ye say sika aya de kwan abefa kotoko. Na se sa kotoko na no o ye musuoma kotoko. because yen nyina yɛbɔ kɔtɔkɔ man ban yɛbɔ kɔtɔkɔ ho ban yɛbɛ protect kɔtɔkɔ ɛyɛ den na kɔtɔkɔ de hyia a yɛde tumi maa no mfie wɔtwe sɛ ɔno mpo deɛ anka ɔmmoa ne yɛnyɛ kwan pamfa kɔtɔkɔ no saa kɔtɔkɔ de hyia de sɛ adɛn nti na yɛde adepa ɛba kɔtɔkɔ ɛndɛ adepa na yɛde ba kɔtɔkɔ no ɛnyɛ adepa no kɔtɔkɔ na yɛbɛgye adepa no kɔtɔkɔ ade hyɛ pɛ sɛ ɔmku kɔtɔkɔ na sɛ de bɛyɛ adepa no ba bɛduru no na kɔtɔkɔ ni hɔ ɛno na ɛma no yɛ dangerous no. Now it's so interesting say asɛm wei baeɛ no it is one of the biggest news Ghana for in centuries. I met to century in years or in decades. Centuries then I say also. In decades. Nanka or say in a be a kumem. Like I say, way in the year penny. We have complained about roads. We have complained about how many people die on our roads every single day. And acquire a kuni papaye, acquire free in crime, echo Asante memu echemuko, and in a kuni papa or Ghana. But and aban bi aba because aban ne nye sebio asantefo bi aban ti asantefo ade hye bi ese omo ntiase omo beye kokwasa edidi nkonkonsa kekansam se ne beye sa express road na ye amana abo dagatini abo eye zimani abo mfantini abo asantini abo koni abo bununi abo nkrani abo Ghana ni bia mampusini kusasini no. And asantini baako asantini ni baako ene ni kuo bi se adenti na President Mahama ne Ghana ye pese ye di ekwan be fa ho hey na de ma asem ni mu ya hwirem ya ne se ye sori ye na ye se emrantia ne maba wa bi wo asantememu omo se ye from Asante youth enye Ashanti youth because okay Ashanti youth na okay Ghana ni bia ote asantememu a sebio onim nyansa ono so te asantememu a oboama asanteman etumpon nti that person is in the Ashanti region but say kowe omo ye Asante youth meaning omo ye asantefo nkwa mrantie ne mabawa. That's fine. Nti ekuo bi imrantie ne mabawa bi a omo ye asante man mebunu a omo tena ho ema sewia proye omo tena ho ema edien ema eye impuntudwuma te sewia krofo market sa mrante ne mabawa omo so mebunu a omo agimi no nyansa efre ne nyansa ebi ndaba akumpa adwene mu no sa nkwasiafo we omo from mebunu omo te asantememu omo so ye asantefo sa mebunu we a emu dodo adi over 40 years no na sewia hospital na omo te wo ena for 8 years na epro sa nkwasiafo we omo from hu bi Asante youth no they did not speak a word. Some group from Asante Youth Association no in meburo mo some asantefo no na eye den eye Afare hospital si wo na epro na asanteman emu ade hye ewu eko komfo no chiwu no sa Asante youth na mo some ye asantefo meburu ni bi no sa nkwasiafo we bi no na omo te asantememu omo anka word. For 8 years MPP eka so be 350 senior high schools free SHS by na enkwara mo ya asantefo nkwara ededa fom enye aduane pandi no a ekufuado ne ba omia ne MPP entmensi one school asantememu no sa Asante youth omo ye asantefo mmebunu no sa ntwamoa we na omo te asantememu they did not utter a word. For 8 years tema na yete kronim yete Ghana a sebio Ashanti regional minister eye Simon Ose Mensah sa akwara num tum se kokuo esi sremfo kwasia som ye mwa na sebio asantefo ni bi eye nipa kyemo na sremfo ni de omo ba asantemema kire bo mo pane no sa Asante yudo omo so omadwene ko akire omo nim nyansa omo akosko omo nim de no they did not release a statement say omo wofa a eye former de Ashanti regional minister ankasa ye no san twamwa we bi ankasa for 8 years. Where Asante youth, I am not addressing Ashanti youth because if it comes to Ashanti youth, I know the Ashanti youth, they are more intelligent than a small group of termites, political buffoons, Bangladesh idiots who call themselves say Ashanti youth. Those are the termites I am addressing. Omo jamu nyansa to binim, and omo just say Jimmy. Iti debiano na omu di omu enkwasi ade no ebe say Asante man no, because I cherish the Asante region, because Asante region it is say enkwaya ede enam bia wom bi. Enti se nipa bi wom enam bi wom na enam na ejimi a I was say yi sa nam no to twene. Yentumi fa bonyo no ento nkwan mu. And I see the Asante youth as bonyo no omo dan kwan mu. These are morons. And almost something saying almost something tiawa. Almost over releases statement in the end. Oh, almost busao. President Mahama ne NDC abain. The total allocation earmarked for the project. Almost say abain shreye. Sa express road na o ye no. Sika sen ne de beye inwan. Inwan ma. Almost say oh, the source of the funding. Now abain u konya sika we inwan ma. Almost questions omo busa abain. It said the express road no. Asante man mu nkwa na ye no. When woman super kumau, question for and say, oh, the consultant engaged for the project. Mr. President, say a consultant. Me see, Sanko for we, part the part, sir, in conform from Asante Youth way. Sam mebunu we muno Jimmy. Say, oh, the project timeline and implementation stages. Just say, I saw me a 9. Now, Mwankasa. Se mo ye meburu amunimu nyansa makọ school na munimu di na mo adwene ye dwuma na mo nko school kana mo wo fie nyansa. You need to understand, so first there is a regional minister in Kwasiafo. There is a regional minister in the Asante region. You could have asked the regional minister, because only Asante my president. Yes. And nobody can take out that thing away from the minister. The regional minister of the Asante region is the regional president. He is your president in the Asante region. He is your excellency in the Asante region, whether you like it or not. Obiya wa Asante will be our president, no. He is the owner of Asante region. When it comes to governance, the Asante regional minister is his excellency in the Asante region, and nobody can take it from him. But they have skipped the Asante regional minister. You know why? Because of Jimmy. Now, after they skipped the Asante regional minister, they have skipped the roads minister. Because we mono they be a catch and say mumu bi mu Jimmy. And I'm just here dimatem. This shows how weak-minded and foolish some of you young people are. They have skipped the Asante regional minister. They have skipped the roads minister. They have gone straight to write a letter to the president, the same way as Ensobuachi at the pa ebe funeral or the neto kakraka actual letter. It do some time be a yenya Asante for no yenim penny for yenim meburu ni bi nkasa yen meburu ni bi Jimmy. The express road is not passing through only Asante region. The express road is passing through Ghana. And it's obiti Asante me na adwene ye say. Sa kwan ye because of Asante maya. Sa nipa na adwene so. Unless you say what adwene you say, you can say the express road a Asante man tin ye. Obian building road because of Asante maya. Express road no, it is for Ghanaians. It is going through regions. It is going through communities. It is going through towns and cities. And Asante is one of them. Inti Mumfantu Mutimu say Enya Asante inti any express road no, because any Accra Kumasi road no nipa obu na nya Asante fo nkwa na omu. Inti mona mo from Asante youth amumu bi mu agimi no. Mami ndwamu biem. Ewrade Yankopon. Momumpe another strategy na emfa mumbu bini na moti Asante memu na mosemo ye Asante youth na mumu bi mu agimi no. You still don't understand what is happening. The government of the day is going to construct this road and it's going to cut through the Asante region. They also are bearman on stop sa kwan do Asante memu amama nempene. Nobody is going to give you these foolish answers. Question the minister. There is a regional minister whose responsibility is to make sure questions be ahia bi ababusa no. Mwejiminti, munko skunti, mama MPP for ni yuzu musemu mubi mu ya mwa. The same way on napo, your man the opportunity to prove himself no. On sibia ojimi no. That is what we are seeing. Some of you are just blood. You are typically foolish. So this you are doing. What is the end game? Oh, answer the Jimmy best start no. You better show me. The show me and tiasi ayam pene. Mumu biana mwe Jimmy ama Jimmy no aisa atabamu. you group of unserious grass cutters. Some of you are unserious grass cutters. Mo asantifoni bina mugu asantimemu no. Mebru ni binu mo jimi. Unim the express road we beye. Oh, you want to know the consultants? Jimmy for time na yesi eye National Cathedral. Did you ask for consultants? Jimmy for mumu bi mo say nwan. Yes, National Cathedral. Did you people ask about how much it was going to cost? Did you ask about the project, where the money was going to come from? Did you ask about the consultant? Mo ye nyana. Ana mo bi no mo so ano pa. Mo de nkuraduro ena fa mo ni ase ana. Mo jimi ana. If say obi amamu answer we are there am obeye. Say when you answer there am obeye. Ombete mo ho. Me busa mo. Say obi amamu answer e there am obeye. Asante youth. Say nka we anka youth ni Asante youth anka the way anka me approach you nka me respect you mo. But when we say Asante youth no e mebunu kakra bi omo Asante me mo jimi. Anytime who say more Jimmy, more Bangladesh fools, more just grass cutters who are not intelligent. And if these questions are not answered, are you not going to allow the road to be constructed? One year, Bema. Mama MPP for you zoom with Jimmy Mumubi. In Mebruna Moses Anka, you are supposed to be fighting for and bringing development home. No, why is a bentua? Mumbe bununa makana mumubi mbesu nyansa na ya frɛ Asante youth yɛte ha ɛna MPP for bɛka kyerɛ mo sɛ ɛyɛ Kumasi International Airport KLM Beland wɔ hɔ Asante youth nkwasiafoɔ ɛbɛsi ndɛ MPP for tabotu for te sa akwara de no kosi Kumasi Airport edi ne ho agorɔ sɛ chobi MPP ɛtamampɔn hene MPP tambantama hene no kosi Kumasi Airport edi ɔmo agorɔ sɛ chobi. You people did not get angry. You could not tell the MPP say they lied to you. You don't respect your chief. You don't respect the 2-4. Kwasi ebi abaro the 2-4 ma tutu form. Na mu de mu Jimmy sa asante mabunu. Muntumi sue nyansa say we need to defend our own. Every day you are defending foolishness. Yet krom ha. International flight ben alandi kotoka Kumasi Airport. My say toilet mu wa mu bi. Mo sa Asante youth we. My say toilet mu wa. Ya betam mo hene kese e te se chobi. NPP time they say chobi de ko airport for about 3 hours e di ne ho agro. Paul Adomo chire kwasi ampanyi we on betam otu for mampon hene bantama hene ahemfo akese omo asantime mu omo te sa omo te se chobi de omo ko si airport e di omo ho agro say KLM oba Lufthansa eba Delta eba United eba Kumasi Airport International Airport. How many years ni mo ye mebu na munim nyansa mo nya nwan a munjimi ya. This is the highest form of disrespect. Now, mukona manfo di matema na mubuofu. Ade na nkofo tamo. Madwene mumubi madwene wo fom tena nkofo di matema no because you cannot think. Me asantini anka beye me ya papa. Because me hu asantini mebunu no mo tro letter say. Na me hwese bi anim tia MPP ebu otumfo ane asanteman. Na asantini mebunu sorry. Ema politicians use o mo say ya. Na anka me asantini anka beye me ya. Because mo asante fo mabunu ni binu mo ma asante ya eye ja eye yes obe asante ni because kwasie bia betumi di asante ni atam nne ya ti krom mankofo be tam otum fo kosi airport ejumara program na omde aba no uwie SS no one pass kra oba aban betumi aboa wo into we brofo no tintini nyina na tietia no into mo a mudidi akufo ado achi a odada mo a mudi mu jimi yetum fo amantena mo ba no feli no ejumara program no ho men kasa man kan kire wo. Ha! Men kasa man can't show. Ha! My nose, my knees, and my hair. Ha! A Jimara program. Hey, man, can't be tell her. Me pay Juma yo. A Juma me and you. Me Juma from Bia. My catch them. Me Juma ni me was experience when me say Mahama. Me ni me Juma no. A Juma way. Me ni me Juma no. Just say, "Oh, family, say me nyejuma we ma odia ende success the obwa success." Hey, me see, ejuma run oh, ha ha. Men ka say man kan chiro. My nose, my hands, my teeth, my beautiful face. I'm handsome than you. Ha ha. Jamama gachabo edwuma wura no wo ho na de fa Jimmy tina na me de yente ase ye MPP for oba no oba ko no red ko fa tu be bow trima to atwene tu atwene fi so opesika ko to red ana me de ensunsanso ama wo no ana say me de example ama wo no na naba no wa abrochire osua de ono so wie SS no kwa abrochire anko wensua de anko kwa abrochire e ya dusua ene de ye prince na kwa abrochire osua nwoma oni abrofo ma adidi esi appetizer no mawie afe na ye de de main course ne ba esi on some mun say wo santasia wo didi onim appetizer unim main course ena unim dessert unim hwe abrochire dua na wo premier nsa udi first one odo pepa wonum ene fe no appetizer e ma sebio na udi mirika na e ba wotena sia unum nso aka say I'm from far away, that's why afe na ye be didi inti appetizer na ye de pepa yanum inti nana ne ba na wa abrochire no one abrofo mma no omo ho ofe no papa wo sika bi papa bi no omo ko university no sebi omo nsha wig no omo de brush na nu omo tirim me de bia me hu bi omfio abrofo mma omo de brush na nu omo tirim say enye Brazilian hair o papa bi papa bi emu mbon papa omo de shampoo na dware omo tirim abrofo mma omo de hair shampoo papa and the go tirim conditioner o come bathroom a conditioner be 7 shampoo and the go me de bi fam 20 minutes din into me jai first my wife de dey me kwa ma kofa my wife de bi gu tirim na me tirim ya din me say yeah ma me come anim into abrofo ma say omo de shampoo omo de conditioner omo ya omo de two afam warm water was I fine but omo num entu omo nye dey baby hair so omo baby hair natural on some dey say na rubber bi hihye omo nye bi enti na ba ne sa abrofo nkora ne nete wedwa Kevin de diatam ade wo long hair ultimi so pony for Jimmy kono na mkama asem enti ena meka cha enti esi ara fe na main course na ba ebusa abrofo nana ba no abrofo ba no pena asem papa tell wa abrofo ma so pebe ma 10 gram no ho so go fe nana ba no kala akra nice boy or from never possible sana cars I can see that they nice cars last time papa costa they say wow coming to America in style nana ba how are you so nana girls in here tentokum wow his father is a king what in tabuom Jimmy ya ekufu the free SHS aba ekufu the free SHS aba ya ntiase ekufu the oh send the urban any education and then nana ba no North Carolina America esua de okay ochina me de main course no any dessert no be bro udi apatren kwan na wada be o so no pa uda doni mane toothpaste bia maxam toothpaste bia maxam na ni maxam kakra ye di bi na to odi matam na maxam na toothpaste bia maxam uni Pepsodent uni maxam enti toothpaste bia Pepsodent no toothpaste bia Pepsodent kwasiato ye kan no kra kire ma monte all right me yanko enim osi eyie all right me jai na Africa market aminyam show go kan say we be na asem foforo Africa market Jackson no say me ka kire mo say enya de e besie no o ye ka bibia kire ma montie until senkofo be twitwa na na wi na wie no obunsi Africa market Jackson da ma ka kire mo me say Africa market Jackson until senkofo e di fork and knife be twitwa na so ini o she match papa ene na so de na aye gregre until say ombetwitwa awie no omunsie ne da metena na meka kire mo ye besie na kunedu ansa na esi Africa Michael Jackson mo anhwe ye ye besie di pa 30 ansa na esi Africa Michael Jackson ye nyansie no until say miame nkofuo wei asantifo wei etwitwa na mo na we awie ka se ni nenti emre ni kotodwe de ada na iso bubu musa ana na rastay me rere de tiko me say nkofo until somebody Africa Michael Jackson ewie anum nsu aye omunsie ne da we mu na mu di omachi omunyina ejimi maka kyerem so omunyina ejimi me ka kyerɛw nipa ebo kongro hye frigim esi keki ena odi hye frigim munya nkwasiafo a na ende ye nipa ba ko owu na ye TV so na ye ti radio so nipa ba ko pɛ one person died one wawo nipa ba ko owu eno so eno jimi eno debate eno white eno black na Jean Mensah I just say munim nyansa Inti mwangasa mutu nyame wo so no hwe mo se inti munia bere a mo kasa mo content die inti na mo ka ho asam ye nua bi ewu ya mpene me ye nsie no ha ya ka bibia kire mo nti me sin kofo we until some bet huhumu no omo cha na mo no eni ti na mo ye de omo ye no me na me ka mam secret no se me na me beifo na me jaye che ne beifo da wo me na me beifo 2012 na ise be jaye wo inti ne be ya che ekufo do beifo ba o me beifo kene de beifo omo nyam ya beifo omo nyina ba omo de omo jaye me jaye inti me minimum beifo skills ene se ya beifo da ye ni beifo skills omo wi akwa no huhu me say omo twitwa ne to nyina omo hyede me so okora ne to omo de ye shawama ebe wanwa egofo no me say omo hyede African Mega Jackson to ne de ye shawama de omo ye no TV so nyina concert o omo we wemu ye ni wemu omo penam omo pefunu intellect funilization omo me so be ko huhumu abefo grounds na omo hange African Mega na omo slice ne to na omo slice the shawama ubenu ho enti na me hwe motive so na ma wusum mutimu eden de mutimu eden papa na mutimi tena TV so eye ho te say de munim de ekoso na mo de akwa ne to eye shawama de pa na stop me say mo be see Africa Mega Jackson de na stop mo ya beifo ye ni abeifo ye ni de mo ka mo ya nyina enti ko abeifo kuro mo a Africa Mega Jackson to no omo yi sikan de fem and almost they say no to no omo yi one free omo yi half a free ho we ba no which was slice kakra I no the good e dey play team no da kwa shawama no amia o metra team so ye ntiase we busa panyi unim no o picture we na busa panyi say munya butre omo boa omo nyom ya beifo omo nyina ya beifo omo nyina omo nim bi omo ye obi a wo bia o ye de bia wi bi omo nyina we nam no o me see omo de akwa ne to fa aye shawama we omo twan ba akoro next week omo sa we to left no to fa omo ne to left no munya beifo na ni pe wu ne da hoto akotena ho TV so ko ho ntokwa yi asim yi ho meat pie di di abeyi sam no erade emi ya o makumem na me pese me kabi mere krampa ho anwumre me se okwa beifo krom a na kufu arukwa last week okoje kakra ba obi akoji bi kere omo nyina akọ je beifo krom ni mo me na me beifo no me jai uko ekufu arukwa akoji kakra last week I osma mo koji bi bre no me say yes say African Mega Jackson omo size ne to no omo size enti de omo ye nyina omo boa oni nyina omo boa omo dada mo omo pese omo wi na nyina ohunhum omo wi omo say ende ekwa kosie no adom ba wie say omo wi ana ka ne more ne wi a ne more no na omo de ye de omo de artificial omo de ye omo nails no omo wi omo ka jam so ye wie say de pese sie no omo wi nam ne wie omo nsie Michael Jackson da Mahama buy no dollar no edu 20 and I say edu 20 and the 1st December Mahama buy no me mesremo free SHS no review no ye twema na se ye ntwemu enti ye pese busa mo sa questions we nyina ma mu se MPP fo ejimi ana so mo njimi ye omo ejimi papa MPP omo ejimi papa na nsia me gya mo 1 week I was expecting the NPP to be like, you know something, Kevin Taylor is not around, let's try and let people believe say Jimmy ye for a whole week. I think it's over a week. For a week and a half. I left the scene. I was on holidays. I was monitoring Ghanaian news. I was listening. And I told myself, okay, every single day I was having meetings with my team. And every day in the meeting, who say, still the NPP, they still don't understand, say, they are in opposition. They've still not grasped that thing. Say, opposition. They need to prove to Ghana for some krom for, true for, wudi for, nipa book constitution in mercy. They can still not prove to Ghanaians to say they are beyond that. And I was watching, say, for a week, they should prove themselves. And all that you see them doing is that every single thing in Ghana is not good. Adebakwa, Beye Bakwa Besha MPP for Munono. Nothing is good to them. Nothing. There's nothing good to them. Nothing. Inti abanye bibia eyebia ejimi fo no say yentiase enye chese ende aban ye kwan kra yempe ende aban chese bibia. And you see, when you are opposition who adapted that strategy oma omom koto aban who say we jimi kra more, and that they don't need to even listen to you. That is why I'm saying, say, those people who are NPP strategists for no, and Omudiba Kennedy Mochini NPP party as a political party, majority no Jimmy. Because you see, Oko position in less than a year, you need to let the people if you free power say you are matured. You understand the say and that all respect your intelligence. Abano mutu and a but the moment Obama Omokoto Abanajine say, even though be bintin to tiao, chrono, ketashe, aya proye, any nimtia mubu nipa, nipokum, any impuntu amuntu manje bintin to tiam, nasa oba opposition. Na nipa ni say, impuntu obi ba, bibi fufro bi ba, nasa omo embrisi anase omo ni jehu. Nasa wona, ya train was so kotinan chain. Obama Matia says, ampa, adikudienti amoto abano, na nyansa wum. If you say, Senkaman to aba we ya anka ofanko kwan no nke ye Senkaman to aba we ya anka ende yenim sika anka chema wuntumi sika okoje ne Exim Bank anka yenim Senkaman to aba we ye mfiri so anka Ghana fompo enhu se eye NHIS ene gen National Service for give to warren ne nkofo sika no mu wie ni say man to aba we ya this is the time you have this reflection to prove to the people say sebio mo ye mistakes. Jimmy, you don't deserve to lead for a very long time, and that the people will now start to believe it's okay. You are beginning to reason. Now, this is a situation where a political party that goes into opposition, they raise issues with everything. In fact, it does not matter whether the thing is going to benefit them. So I didn't grab a benefit to almost constituency crowd, they don't like it, and it makes Ghanaians more furious. Am I Ghana phobia to say any young people no munim nyansa now, it gets them more pissed off because then they are like, but you see a Jimiana, but you say Abana Yatoi and Tiasiana. But you say we cannot see the difference between a buying way for a whole year and the difference between a buying a mobile so for 8 years. The more and more yet the young crowd say a buying yet Bibianco so when you're now you are becoming more unattractive and more munafikis. And I think the leadership of the NPP, especially after Nyoma Kena, and then Kofo say he looks more like a student leader. No, he is showing the party Jimmy to the point they are not seeing. Say the guy is leading them like a high school, senior high school prefect. And I say, Ubi or polytechnic bia ye say SRC a leader. The guy has no direction. It is all about him. The consistent fooling of Afenyoma Keno, the party has refused to speak on it and tell him say. Right now, no, Sebio, we are smelly. People don't want to even associate themselves with us. We need to let the people know, say, at least we are respecting their intelligence. It is Adibi ya. May I say, yeah. But we should not make it look like, say, since it's the NDC about power, no, BBR say, but the citizenry, Nipa and Yomoti, your constituents need him say, things are better than before. And it's sometimes, no, I am the Busa MPP for say, it's a siano. Say, you do light in that. Yan twaba mamwana. Yan fa mambra power na. Send the dollar na could do 12. The dollar na could do 13. Send the John Mahama the dollar na could do 13. And unti yan sa yan twaba mabaumia na Canadiana. That's the question people are asking. Because you have not been able to give people the reason to even start thinking, say they want to give you power. Because every time Ghana for ebe kai mope, obi kai MPP penani yemaseno. You know why? Say Obi a businessman, then the Okai MPP. Say, is MPP going to come back to power again? No, what Nakuma Abubri. You know why? Because lots and lots of people lost their investment. And it will take a long time for you to trust Saanipa or Jew investment if you will say no. We are in a country whereby DDEP, thousands of people lost their savings. They still don't have it. Obuwa Nipa Pebi. Or try dear 35 years. DDEP Kano, Oforiata, Kennedy Japan, Aya Baumia, Nane Kufuadomo, Gabi Munina come to Bum, Edgy Sassicani from Semno, Nipa Pebi Wuye. Sassicana down, Nini does say be also Buano. At this point, Sadi Pano will not look at MPP and say, MPP, come back to. You need to work your way through this. But what do we see? We see an MPP that is now crazy. The young is mad. The older ones are crazy. They cannot basically sit and analyze and say, okay, right now, let us think through things. Ghana for who you're saying. Because there's no way any reasonable Ghanaian only MPP tonight for 8 years. In 1 year, we'll start saying, say, and MPP will have. Now, MPP will have come by a ding. Because dollar no 11 in that, and MPP one dollar no was saying 2 ana. And MPP will have of Uncle Kwan and Kiayana. MPP one agenda 111 and Kiayana. MPP wa anka sebio market na etwa organa mujagu ho ebigu Kumasi Asante anka mosi ni nyina na. Sanka MPP no power. Nanki yebuso DDP ni kamudi sikanaba. These are simple questions Ghanaians are asking you. MPP or anka petrol ni bo nanki etoni say anasa anka na ho osro. These are questions as a political party anka we nanka motena say. But the leadership of the party is so inconsistent. They are so Bangladesh. They are foolishly inclined in their childish actions whereby they know say they will get some ignorant illiterate who are all they have invested their lives in tribalism and foolish myopic mentality, which is just Bangladesh. Like basically that's the word. And these are the people leading the party. And so it's all about the leadership, and a whole political party that is trying to come to power in 42 years time does not have a chairman, does not have a regional chairman, does not have a leader, does not have a sensible leader who will speak for every foolish idiot to say Penyina Kasa Yenyina Yenjai. But this is the situation where a whole political party, everybody today as we speak is your enemy. Now if the people are your enemies, how do you expect the same people to come out and vote for you? Look at the foolishness they are doing with. Right now, no, their issue is Obia Okasa Yetia Kufuado buying Etia Baumia buying Etia MPP. Ghana for Nyansa to Tiamono is an enemy. See the petty thing they are doing with Franklin Kujo. Let me tell you, people on authority. I have disagreed with Franklin Kujo on so many occasions. I've disagreed with him on so many occasions. When the MPP they were in power, I disagreed on him on 1,000 things. But you know, the reason why people like Franklin Kujo every day something is in their heart that hurts them, it is because Ghana omo DDEP affect omo power Franklin Kujo. Go and ask him. About 60% of his investment was taken away from him. It was taken away by who? It was taken away by you, this same grass cutters. You, this same grass cutters. You, this Bangladesh. So, such a person, you expect him to get up in the morning, come on Facebook, and come and project a party that has put him through pain. The pain that will never go away. And there are thousands of Franklin Kujos on the streets. And they are watching you Bangladeshis. They are watching you grass cutters. They are watching you filthy political tribal idiots who don't want to understand the say. Nobody is stupid. Nobody is stupid to just rise up and say, I hate this government. This thing you did wasn't good. It is because of the actions of the government. I affecting Nipebi. There are 1 million Franklin Kujos working in Ghana who are quiet. They don't have the platform Franklin Kujo has. Omnisa platform need be for people to hear them. There are millions of them. So you people think, say, you are going to pick on people and say, let's attack this, let's attack this. That is not going to bring the NPP to power. I swear to God. And you people need to understand the fooling, the Bangladesh attitude. And then say, the party say, Obise Onimnyansa. Na say Onimnyansa Sebio or the junior. Nyansani bien will be the MPP. I'm telling you. Nyansani bien. Why should anybody today get up and say be the MPP? For what? What do you need? What is the NPP going to do for you? It's a simple question. What is this grass cutter party going to do for you? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. The NPP went in opposition in 2017. They sat down, they looked within, and they rebranded themselves. They came again in 2020. Ghanaians accepted the NDC in 2020. You, these grass cutters and Bangladesh people, you killed Ghanaians and then you took over power. Still, we sat back and watched you grass cutters. The NDC, after 2020 elections, they went back. They went to rebrand better. They went to re-energize themselves, re-strategize, build a better message. They went to learn their own lessons. They came out, faced Ghanaians, and made Ghanaians know the truth. The NDC from 2016, after they lost power, they were able to let Ghanaians know that we mistreated you in the past. There were some things we didn't do well. There were some things we started, we were supposed to complete. There were some people who did everything to bring us to power we did not basically take care of. There were some very fundamental things the people needed that we did not really pay attention to. So they went back to think. Message in Bremo. They brought people like Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, Onim Nyansa, Okasa Nyansema, Onim Sene Yetradia, why politics ache. They brought an experienced politician like John Mahama back. They were looking at the people. The NPP from 2017 were not contesting you NPP. The NDC from 2017 were proving themselves to the Ghanaian. But Momo Jimmy, you these Bangladesh fools, you these grass cutters, you are competing NDC. Don't compete NDC. Because NDC supporters in Eto Abama NDC cannot win power. It is only when Ghanaians, and when I say Ghanaians, the whole country, people who are ready for the actions of the government to benefit them when they decide to give you power. But today, I see an MPP that is fighting NDC. The NDC were in the opposition, they were not fighting MPP. They were basically proving themselves to Ghanaians. So when the NDC were in opposition, what we were doing was telling the Ghanaian people what the NDC can do, what the NDC did, and what the NDC can do when they have been given power. How did we do it? We used the NDC's own their records to prove to the people that this is what they can do. So we sold the NDC to the people. I never sat here to sell NDC to any MPP person because MPP near with Jimmy. MPP near Onim Nyansa with Jimmy. Onim Nyansa or a grass cutter. So you people need to understand politics not necessary. It is not about after marking original parliament. If the budget is going to be passed, it's going to be passed. Ghanaians are looking at the budget. How is the budget going to benefit them? So if you, the NPP, want to convince a Ghanaian or you want to come to power, convince the Ghanaian. The NPP as a political, NDC as a political party, at the end of the day, you cannot compete with them because Ghana for the 2 million, and when the NDC wanted power, and people like us, you must say MPP for NDC for the MPP. Now, we decided to use the records of John Mahama from 2016, from 2012. We sold the green book to Ghanaians, and then we made Ghanaians know the experience that John Dramani Mahama has. The experience Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman is bringing on board as a former education minister. And then their manifesto, the projections they made, and then the message they sold to us. So we made the Ghanaian people accept the NDC. What are you grass cutters doing? It is not about individuals. It is not about Mifriha and Asa Mifriha. It is about you people as a political party sitting now. Anytime I say the NDC have learned their lessons and they are still learning. It is a more MPP for no. If it is going to be about parliament or Jimino, this is a majority leader saying Ghana. One, this is one man. Makacham Ghana for say he is the biggest fool in Ghana politics. I don't respect him one bit. You know why? The reason why I don't respect the leader of NPP in parliament, Afenyomakene, is simple. You see, Ghanaians, sometimes let's put our feelings aside and emotions aside. So we're NPP, and Anka Afenyomakene or NDC, and Anyoma Afenyomakene aye nyina na yakasema Afenyomakene every parliament, and I say on Fanako quarter. Obeye. This is a man who on record, I played an audio of him threatening another man. Wakofana yiri. Was a friend. Abra case equals to a court. I threaten the life. Edi or the thugs. Ako enkwarana ya di yensake ka omuni school. Say thugs no enko yankwarano. This is a guy. That is what I'm saying. Say upe the most filthiest politician in Ghana, a dirtiest politician. This grass cutter called Afenyomakene. Now, one, that is what that guy did. Into one, he was even called to appear before the General Legal Council. This is a lawmaker. And this is the fool who is leading you people. Now, secondly, this is a man who basically recently, a court ruling, Pandai Assembly, Ojina as a minority leader, the court is a kangaroo court. He does not even respect the judiciary. At a point, People said I didn't respect the judiciary. I was brought before the Supreme Court. I made my case, and at the end of the day, the court, based on its own evidence and intelligence, said, you have made your case. You can walk. This is a lawmaker, Afenyo Makin. He stood in Parliament on national television to call our legal system, our judiciary, a kangaroo judiciary. This fool is still leading a political party in power, in opposition. Thirdly, this fool slapped a uniformed police officer in public on camera. Now, these are all not hearsay. This guy on national television, on camera, all over the world, slapped a police officer. And we sit here and we think this is a joke. This is not a joke. This guy is a mad dog who is sitting in Parliament, and we, because of politics, say Jimmy NT, this mad dog is standing in Parliament and making laws. Abra, every single day he's breaking laws. But because of politics in T, MPP be Jimmy NT, Kevin Taylor say Afenyo Makin. But the things I am saying are all factual. If today anybody stands in public, on your public servant, on your parliament, I say our court is a kangaroo court. The judge is a biased judge. And court in jail. But this fool is a lawmaker. Apart from that, he's a lawyer. So you see, why do you the MPP Mwejimi? I keep telling you, say, you are being led by crazy dogs. The reason why I don't respect this guy is because he does not respect the laws of the land. And this fool always walking around in Ghana making it look like say everybody has to respect him. And the man of MPP when they say all the 99 fools in the MPP are following this dog. If somebody who makes laws at the end of the day is breaking the law every single day, in some of they are factual, they are evidence to it. I met me Afenyo Makin any court and show to him. Have I insulted Afenyo Makin? No. Am I paying Afenyo Makin with my taxes? Yes. So why is this dog still standing in Parliament telling Ghanaians that he needs to make laws for us? Do you get it? And that is what I keep saying to you people. Party Mwejimi, you need a new face. You need somebody people can respect and trust. You don't need any mad dog, a Bangladesh dog who is backing, insulting the judiciary because some judge sat on the case and made a pronouncement. If you don't agree with the judge, you have every right to appeal. But this is a lawmaker who is so dumb and stupid. Where Jiminti or say, "Mami ko di judge for ni judiciary attempt." No. How do we build a nation with such foolish people? Clinic into a Jimmy and country. That is where my problem is as a nation. That is where my problem is. Inti enya personal. Me Afenyo Makin be in where fetch me. Afenyo Makin hunkroso ne trimu gine there's nothing about him that excites me. He's no way no but the guy is he's terribly stupid. Ombumrano. But how can I sit here and tell you say Afenyo Makin should lead you grass cutters to come to power? Do you know what this fool is going to do? People are not attracted to this party. Eh? The NPP no, NPP you are not attracting any new faces, any new intelligent people. No. Sit back and ask these questions. Ask yourself these questions. NPP no. You are not attracting any new faces. You are not attracting anything new. You are still stuck with the foolish idiots. Three things I must say to her. One, or the tax. Okoji obi yire enoma tax edi nipa nechi ne manechi ko school. Ena oye den ankom ko kidnap obi ba. Ena osa frɛ nipa no e wo phone so na o threaten nipa no. Afenyo Makin kwase awe. 2. Afenyo Makin ebo police ni asum. This is the minority leader, a political party that wants to make a case for us to give them another opportunity to come to power. Abra ene etiase. 3. Afenyo Makin yeden or catch a whole judiciary system say it's a kangaroo judiciary system and that all the judges are foolish. He made a statement like that. 4. This fool has been referred to the privileges committee in Parliament. And you tell me this is an honorable man. This is a foolish Bangladesh. Let's put feelings aside. Now Ghana help papa dia nan ka Afenyo Makin download this anko asman ke be Afenyo Makin nan ka ukro Ghana ye ukro nan ko di hine na odi san kwale se man ke be wo de o ye MPP ni nti on tia se Kevin Tele di Afenyo Makin atem So after nyoma ke court to be obese or be confirm nko. But mo Jimmy, the fooling and the foolishness with you the NPP no, and then am party ni gu. Enyansafo ni mu biem. Party amutim chairman nim. There's no chairman. Penyini nim. Hwe Salakao, hwe Mustafa Salam, hwe Nanabi, hwe Kwasi Afom di party nim. Who are these people? Who are they going to attract? Party near time. Look at Baumia, hwe the comedy, hwe Kennedy Japan. Look at Comedy Japan. Who is attracting? Who is the leader of this party? Who is directing the party? Nobody is directing the party. Cecilia Page said, Madam Appiajo today, or did you have in your marking? Sama mu o siswa ya fa no na afenyo marking yan wo no maami pagin toto the parliament e ma afenyo marking ADD judiciary atem na o maami pagin toto o menopause ba 10 years untumi nka asam nkyira wo ba na Appiajo di afenyo marking jimi wechi na maami pagin te se wo o tu nyina fudwene na o sora wo di nkutafo onufu ho abegina wo se mabɔ me tinti me a lawmaker na wo ye maame na apart from lawmaking no don't you have common sense one chichiremba why antete akora na mo no mai say ntwe na mugu parliament wo because of politics inti impenifo da ne nwan impenifo maamefo mpenifo anka asemba ye bebo mu din dia aka no mo da ne agimifo na wo Appiajo di afenyo market na odidi judiciary atam na what was say yes bring afenyo marking back we don't understand uyemu ba politics is what da ne agimifo ba. What is all this? And you people expect us to come and sit here and say yes Remo ya no susumina so we dey koto dwegu form na we Jimmy a ade na memfa me koto dwegu form na me power chow mo dear you are successful grass cutters Bangladesh for morarities in nine ya ka bibia cha ana mo say refi inti anya de yanto abama ba omia ene Kennedy na mo me den engofo adwame now and me hu bibi o one of my internet and also and now there's something I want to show this young lady and then a video somebody sent me and I think school near Sugasco. I think it's Sugakope Secondary High, right? This lady, I think she was doing her assignment, maybe I think so a visual art student or something. Just say me who video no. It's a lady named Jame with Jimmy. You can't be a Jubia. Just a young girl with Jimmy much as a young person who say yes, I already Jimmy. Just say who to be draw to see. Well, some of the old picture and send no. Now, young girl, maybe some of the old picture and command. Now make a chance say old one no Michael Jackson there. Only and also mommy because I didn't end encouragement and I didn't tell because I cry exceptionally good and then say on some in Brabia comedy me am Daniel Nicho. It is ultimate drawing the most difficult part when you're drawing me a baby a dim pano apart from my son mini. But I cry way to me get him in the right. Or when you by left kakra by okay. On some video back picture back root the comedy me become saying na mincho. Say, na me share a reality to come to me and me be share we are crab to me share. When you draw me, the most difficult part of me, no say, oh, draw me, no, meaning heading. For this girl to get it right, you know, I just want to surprise her. One, let's surprise her this Christmas. And it will not be bad. Yes, also Gakope, right? Senior high school. I will take the responsibility to help her finish her senior high school. And only the little I also want to do for her. Inti, more baby, this young lady is, you know. One guy just Kevin has seen the video, he has seen the picture. I really appreciate it. When I'm just sending my wife, no, I say, wow. And I say, yeah, me say wow. Then I say, when you green light, you know. So my wife can say, wow. Now it's all green light. Now it's only option. Just say, open crack me tea, only problem. Inti wife can say, wow. And I'm say, then it will be better for me to also help. Into minimum grade or a minimum year or what. But every little thing they are obeying here to complete her school. The materials for the project work, assisting her financially to make sure say school no so easier man. I'll do my possible best. Into well, name young girl when the catcher and Kevin Taylor has recognized her job, her work. From now on to so baby school no. I want to play a very important role in her education. And Yami Buakra no Owie school no, and we still see say the road is still clear you still have to help her to further her tertiary. Inti, right now what I was saying is, say, my team needs to find a way to get in touch with this lady. When you get in touch with her, let her know, say, I really appreciate this. It takes a lot of work for somebody to just draw you without even looking at you. Having you in their memory and to draw you, is even a blessing enough. For somebody to have you in memory, to say, I memorize you, I draw, it comes from a special place. So what I'm going to do, Nene, say, my team, they are going to find her. I am personally going to talk to her and give her my personal number. I'll speak to her parents, and whatever I can do to assist her in her education, the little I can do. So far, I'm taking care of about a few people in school, but I will also help her make sure, say, we're achieving a dream. Hardly do you see a year, and it's interesting. Depending on your video, who said there were other girls there who were also just say, these are girls who are so good at painting, and it is not, and not rare. It is rare in Ghana, to just see a woman who can paint beautifully. Yama painting, I bet you say, Meme Juma or Ghana. But seeing young girls like this dedicating themselves to memorize things, to put it on canvas, to show, when they do these things, it's not just the artwork, it is the excitement they get, the fulfillment, how some people look at it and also feel good at a point. That is the satisfaction when you get when you are into creative art. Majority of the people who are creative, the things they do, majority of them are a free nyameno. It's not because of the money. When they do something beautiful, they sit back and then they enjoy it. And that is what this girl and some of the people who do these things, basically they do. Inti, what I'm going to say, I am going to try everything possible. My team, they are going to reach out to her. And then when they reach out to her, they should get back to me. And then whatever I can do to help this lady in her education, I will do to help her. It's very, very important. This is impressive. This is good. Anytime ever Ghana Biano, I'll invite her home. I'll let my kids meet her. I'll let her meet my wife. I will have dinner with her. I will show her she's family. And then it will also give her that encouragement to further her education. In fact, this needs to be protected. And that is what I want to do. Into this lady, Baby Obiano, this young lady, my team, they are working so hard to get her. And when you guys get her, let me get to speak to her. I will take it from there. And so, beside another post from GTV. GTV for also a post teaming. Almost the end say, they said, "Good afternoon, Mr. Kevin Taylor." And for some reason, I'm very happy he said GTV got the name right, Mr. Kevin Taylor. Even though I have issues with your CEO or the MD of GTV, I'm not going to talk about it today. GBC, some man no can say do me TV, but it's okay. It's okay. Nipa mistakes. I think so. We should answer. So right now, on one kasano or ye juma sebi obehu de also ye nti. The rift between many GBC and I say from kakra. Now this is what GBC posted this morning. Good afternoon, Mr. Kevin Taylor. A beloved of yours has paid TV license fee on your behalf. He says you inspire him a lot. And when you go down there, you can see successfully paid 36.550 Ghana cedis to GBC TV license in reference to a fan of Kevin Taylor, the Jandam killer in Ghana. And I really appreciate this person who, because of me, the inspiration people get from my show, the education, the information, people are paying their TV license. Why won't you mean to your cracker? Why won't you mean to your catcher? Mudi anymore. Why I go to be a Kevin reference to Kevin Taylor and I'm mentioning Padudo met to Yamame. I want to see, say, make me break a record of the number of people paying using me as a reference. Now me to me break a record. They say GBC no crampono. Technically GBC na media. Right now me better shares with GBC. Ni Padudo met to Obu TV license. Somebody me DB reference. I just said GBC na media. Inti technically you want me to own GBC? You need to go there and pay your TV license. Into one how much? 36 Ghana, right? And also Crampo, 36 Ghana, at least around 37 Ghana. Into Monko TV license, said about GBC Subenya equipment, Papa, to me, every brand get more sophisticated now. More live shows, I'm more person more shy, entrance, na you cool, na my Kenya Basabasano, you use a GBC and the nations and TV. Into what want your TV license, try and pay your TV license. Send a beya GBC for so be ska. I'm going to my equipment. Send a beya Black Stars ko matcha. See, you know, Ghana to me yachre. Black Stars ko Togo, GBC bet to be yachre. Omu yeska. Omu ska. GBC so mujiska na munja na so mu di dumu no. Mo so na mu diskari di monum. Aya munjai. Ye diska we mamwa. Aya mo fanto. Someone say me why you GBC da. Yeah, my wife. Why you GBC da. But people don't know. Yeah. She worked at GBC in fact, she worked at Graphic Communications. And I later called GBC. She, with graphic, my wife was at the photo department. People don't know a lot. Me name is Ghana. Me you in Ghana connection, or drive Ghana. In Ghana, in Kofor can call someone I must say. Time and I mean, name every graphic. And nanti ako seka kofa car. Ereko hachono. Na majority of you ya womo. Inti sa oka oba wa bre wa Ghana, unim Ghana. Ya nanti wa chalemwa meire. Wa bre chen. Inti ana mo 1992 for MPP 1992 for na bujimi mo hono mere osinyo ma hye blue nyina o Ghana kwase afo mu hu bibida enti monko ne yenkotua ne mwa GBC na GBC so embeye the nation's television to say sibe what the nation's prophet et say opam wo no enti GBC so aye so use me as your reference na GBC so enya sika na omfa enye den ema omu TV no enkoso na Ghana yenya because yakobo World Cup GBC for person show World Cup no. But at this point, they will need you to pay your TV license. They will need you to work for you. They will need you to pay your TV license for them to be able to pay. Send a baby to my World Cup. Until the more people pay a TV license, maybe the possibility of us watching the World Cup live on TV, it is high. Into mummy your TV license. To GTV Niska and maybe your sponsors Kakrasa Cup Abeso Scanner so no more etumetia right no. GBC, GTV. So is there a difference between GTV and GBC? Now I thought GTV is inside GBC. And I'm a boy. Yeah, it's the same thing. I think GTV is inside GBC. GBC is the bigger one, and GTV is inside. So Nina goes to when your TV license are unya GBC no. Say GTV or GBC, you go and pay. That's it.